Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Feel Good Friday. And we here at the Wrestling for Life Network are happy to bring you 3 hours of WWE Smackdown tonight. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. Rumors, news, matches popping out of everywhere, except, announced ahead of time. But kind of, sort of. We'll get into it. But, ladies and gentlemen, get in that chat. Click all the buttons. Like I said, it's going to be a fun one here tonight. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you WWE Smackdown tonight. Going to be a fun one, loaded night as they started just adding to the card all afternoon, just stacking this one up. So we are going to get into everything that's going to go down tonight. We will be here for all the reaction to all the action. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You're feeling good. You're ready for a Friday. Gonna cap it off with a little bit of wrestling tonight. But me and that pretty face are gonna run you through all the news, all the rumors, and all the fun stuff. Get in that chat. Remember, hit like, share, subscribe. We want to see triple digits in the chat tonight. But without further ado, I will remind you, I am Mr. Everynight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Mr. Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and yeah, my guy, this SmackDown up until about an hour or so ago was like evolution. It was a mystery. Well, and then now we got this match and that match and this person and that thing.
I literally had to update our stuff 3 times today because it just kept adding. I mean, originally it was just Jey Uso, Charlotte Flair, ta-da! And then literally it took a little bit of time as the day went on. They start adding qualifier matches. They start, they signed Drew McIntyre. He's going to be in a triple threat. Like, a lot got rolling in late with this one.
Yeah, because I was about to be really nervous. I was about to come on here, honestly, if they hadn't added anything and question, is this becoming an issue with SmackDown of this kind of not having anything on the card?
Right.
Pretty much leading into it, especially now with it being 3 hours. Like, we went from a couple matches to 1 or 2 matches. We were going in with no matches, just maybe segments. Basically, just there will be a SmackDown. But yeah, now they instantly end up with a stacked card out of this. Like, we've got a triple threat with Jimmy, Drew, and LA. Yeah. For a qualifier, we've got Alexa Bliss who's going to be in action. Do we get the Wyatts getting involved in that?
How does that play out? Is there something weird? Are there little symbols behind her head? Do they not mention it at all? It'd be very, very interesting to see where this goes tonight. Back in action against Candice. And the other bright side of this, it looks like there's a very good chance Alexa Bliss will be in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I would put betting odds on it if I was a betting man.
Right, Piper, Nivens, Bianca. We've seen this match before. I think Bianca's beat her 2, if not 3 times. But it should be a fun match nonetheless. And again, looks like Bianca's going to be in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, but we'll also get some Naomi. We'll get some Chelsea Green as well.
Yeah, and interesting. Now we're getting these like final signings and stuff like that as the transfer window was supposedly closed at this point. So we will see how that keeps playing out. But Drew McIntyre officially a part of SmackDown.
Which I felt like we knew. We knew that.
Felt like it was like, yeah,
unspoken.
We felt like it was there. Like, yeah, okay, this makes sense. So, right. Yeah, I guess officially signing him.
Official. I'm sorry, you were talking about another one.
Who did? Damian Priest was the last one that came over. So SmackDown's roster's looking different. Has some changes to it.
Well, and then the Wyatts came over to
the Wyatt.
Is Alexa, I'm assuming now, is technically part of the SmackDown roster because that's been more leaked through the IWC of first she was going to Raw, now she's going to SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean, again, so the roster's looking slightly different, kind of realigning. Right. We'll see how much they hold to any type of roster parameters or borders. I don't know if they're going to listen to any of it.
You said how the transfer window was supposed to close at the Rumble, and somehow somebody forgot to close the last little crack on this window, it seems.
Right.
We've still got some moving, some shaking, but we've got Jey Uso, Charlotte Flair will probably be there. We're going to probably get the Charlotte Tiffany interaction tonight.
Yes, very much so. So Jey Uso going to be there tonight. We imagine he'll have a conversation with Cody. It'll be very interesting. A little more, we respect each other, but we might have to do this kind of thing. But Charlotte Tiffany, the queen, the princess, finally setting this up. It's very interesting. So yeah, we've been looking forward to it. We've been calling it. Some of the dirt sheets are trying to report it like it's brand new. It's probably brand new to them. But yeah, this has I think this is your women's main event. Mania, Tiffany, Charlotte. Jay's just saying hello to Cody. I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, they nailed it out of the park with everything that Jey did on Monday. Like, that was the perfect storm of everything. I've never I've been alive for 36 years, so I'll say 36 years of watching wrestling. I might have been watching it in the womb, I don't know. But to where you had the crowd literally ask the wrestler to do their entrance again because they wanted to cheer for him that much more. Like, he took 13 minutes before he could even say a word because he was all choked up with emotion. They let him touch his breath. They were losing their minds. Like, it's got to be that situation.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people out there, there's been a lot of detractors of the whole Jey Uso situation and blah, blah, blah. And for me, I like it. The fans in the building that are paying all the money to break all these records, they're loving it. They're going nuts for it. The merch is flying off the shelves. Love him or hate him, folks. He is over as over can be. And he deserves this. It feels good. And I got no problem with that. I know Jay or Jimmy. I always why is there only one Uso in my head? But yeah, I think ultimately Jay has given all the feel to it. Well, all you want from that wrestling, that emotion, that this meant something to me. I think it was great. I think it has been great. And he's winning.
That Monday promo and everything to kick off the show, he became a man of the people then. That was his kind of, we have the yeet movement when we had the yes movement type of situation of like, it's the same type of you're not supposed to be here. And Gunther even comes out and says, what do I gain from beating you? You are nothing to me. If I beat you, what do I gain from it? I've already beaten you. So again, Jey Uso is the outcast, ain't supposed to be here, but he even thanks the people saying, because of you is why I'm here.
Right.
I worked hard for it, but because you got behind me.
Yeah. Again, it was perfect. He's uber babyface. And I said, like, even you go back to Survivor Series, like people forget Survivor Series with all the names that were involved in Survivor Series, Jey shut her down. Jey was the last guy out the gate for a reason. And as good as some of those entrances are and as hype as some of the fans get, Jay's entrance is Jay's entrance. And saying he's just over because of his entrance, it's just silliness. That's part of what he's bringing to the table right now. Yes, it clicks, it bangs. And at the end of the day, that's his job. That's every one of their jobs, is to find stuff that connects with the audience, whether it's your entrance, your look, your vibe, your promo, your in-ring, something's got to connect.
Well, speaking of entrances and connecting, have you seen the story that's going around that I feel like all these reporters, all these journalists are, again, a fucking day late and a dollar short to all of these goddamn stories of WWE talent is upset with their Def Rebel theme songs, everything. No, they have been. We all have been for years upon years. That's what took away a bit from the Rumble this year, is you couldn't tell who was coming out until you saw a fucking name because all the theme songs suck.
And we said that last year. I think we said it the year before.
Yeah,
it's a problem. Well, like I think you and I talk about this all the time. Like, we used to buy CDs just for the theme songs. Like
I still listen to songs that were wrestlers' theme songs and listen to it because it was wrestlers' theme songs. Disturbed just re-released a version of
it is?
Austin's song.
You know how good it is when you're at a light and Glorious comes on? right?
Why are
But
we out
yeah.
there singing that slow chemical and everything?
Oh, come on now. Good old Canadians.
Forgive me.
But
But
yeah,
yes.
no, I mean, it's funny because what tends to happen now with the dirt sheets, and this is a perfect story to explain kind of what they're up to if you didn't know. But it's this thing where if there's a mass opinion online, like if there's a bunch of people going, "Ah, the Def Rebel songs suck," they'll put out a story just to feed the birdies. Like it's just made up. They didn't talk to a source at WWE. Like someone didn't call up the fucking newspaper and go, "Oh, everyone's mad about their music." They don't give a flying fuck.
Well,
Like
at this point, it's still even it's no shit. But yes, 100% we're exposing the business out here. But yes,
right.
100% you nailed it of 99.9% of the time. Anytime any of these journalists, and I do say that loosely, especially one guy, but they throw out a story, it's literally just because other people have been talking about it online and they want to get a little bit of feed on their traction and everything like that. They want, a little buzz.
But and it's so far behind. Like that's what blows me away
Yeah.
is like another like, people can go back in our archive. People have heard us multiple occasions talk about this situation. This is not breaking. But hey, it is what it is. It is the big problem there is even though the story itself is bullshit, it's not wrong. Like I don't believe the wrestlers are fucking beating down Triple H's door because their song sucks. But I do believe that there's a good amount of fans out here like us who are hoping for change.
Yes, but also, let's be honest though, CFO $ wasn't exactly a world beater either. They're coming out of this looking like they, make the greatest hits and everything.
Right.
When they weren't, hot to trot either.
No, I mean the problem for me is Def Rebel
Needs death, or they're deaf with this music.
It feels like they're a little hearing impaired. Like they just like everything sounds the same. Like everything, it feels so lazy. Like it just feels like we'll take 5 minutes to make a song, and then this way we get paid a buttload of money to just,
they're
minimal work.
They're hashtag Def Rebel. Shout out MDD.
Def, I got shit to do today.
But you remember when wrestlers' theme songs and everything, if at the very least you sat there and could try and go along with it. Christ, even Test theme song, you got along with it, even though it was just
even if you hated it, you knew who it was instantly.
Right. Distinguishable. And Christ, you get all these themes for the pay-per-views and everything. You have Travis Scott showing up on Raw.
Right.
You have Sexy Red showing up on NXT and all this. You're around all these music acts. You don't think one or two of them could do somebody's theme? Like Solo Sikoa's theme stands out because it's an actual fucking song.
Yeah, none of these celebrity fans can drop one pro bono, like do ya solid. Hey, can we get some tickets and sit in front row? Yeah, how about you give us a new Bel Air entrance jam? We'll call it even. Give us something.
R-Truth just does all the theme songs out there.
R-Truth has been the only guy in history to make one song last 40 years.
Yeah, but this man's out there performing it every night he comes out. What's up? People over there. What's up? That's the thing, is that's R-Truth, and that's still memorable as shit.
Right. Yeah.
Anyone remember, so-and-so's theme song right now on the main roster outside of a few?
No, and I mean, again, we watch every single wrestling show. We're live watching every single wrestling show with the people. Mm-hmm. And so if anybody should get it, it's fans like us, the fans that are here every night. You hear this stuff weekly. And then the Rumble came and it was like, what?
Death Rebel is the definition of white noise. Of it, you don't know, you don't ever actually hear the theme song. You just see the person come out.
Yeah, it's so weird. It just melds into the background of like whatever. We same thing we said about like MCMG. Great presentation, awesome pyro, man, song. Like it's just
up until DIY just changed. Their song was terrible.
Yeah,
Terrible.
we're so happy that they got a new song. We fail to realize like it's their new songs a very generic, metal
We're
tune
just
number
happy it's
8.
new. That's all we're excited
Oh
for. It's
yeah,
not
the We
good.
Are.
We're just happy it's new.
The We Are was bad.
Yeah.
But speaking of We Are, we got about 13 minutes to the start of the show, folks. What better time than now to say hello to everybody out there? But Eric Isaac was the first one in the chat tonight. What's up, Eric? What's up, buddies? Wait for Bianca Piper, Alexa Candice, and Big Jim taking on Megastar and DM Hunk. Yeah, an actual ends up being a very stacked card, even though they waited till the wee hours of the day to let us know.
They waited until like an hour before the show to let us know. Just saying.
Looking forward. Damien, welcome back. The leader of the Hopium tribe. Always looking forward to some stuff. Clay Lewis, good to see you. Good to see you. I can't wait for the Super Bowl this Sunday. Nick and I will be live. Super Bowl. Can't wait. Our annual Super Bowl party. Nick will be in the Chiefs corner. I will be in the Eagles corner. And
this man just thought it was a sick joke to sit there and make the Bills fan be in the Chiefs locker room and everything.
It backfired on me last year.
Yeah, but I got something up on my sleeve here. I'm gonna make sure that this game is called straight down the middle here.
Let's go. Kevin, how you doing? Meme Perry, chaotic. Welcome. Can be. Spear Speed is Braun's new streaming name. That's awesome, actually.
I don't know if that's legit, but if it is, it's amazing.
See Money, welcome back. Cherokee George, good to see you. What's up? Kevin Owens is announcing he is ending his friendship with Sami Zayn, and he's going to tell the whole world. Christian, good to see you, by the way. Yeah, there's more to be untold there. We'll get into that, Christian. Michael Dillon, number 77, the year I was born. I think I was meant to come to the Wrestling for Life Network. What's up, Michael Dillon? Welcome.
Man with the Luka Doncic number, 77.
Right, let's go. I recently saw Jacob Fatu in person, one of the most kindest, sincere gentlemen I have ever met. Al Snow, what does everybody want? Streaming. I
actually do feel like Jacob would kind of be like that. Like he just seems like a true, genuine dude. Like if you piss him off, don't do that. Yeah.
Don't be on the wrong side, but a big gentle giant in a lot of ways. He's a big dude, absolutely a big dude. Trek, good to see you. Maddie's back. How you doing, Maddie? Capone, welcome back. Happy Friday night Smackdown to KJ and reigning, defending, kind of undisputed Wing King,
very disputed apparently.
Kinda, Scotty says. I don't know. For those who don't know, we did put the wing, the crown, the king of the ring was on the line, the king of the wing. The other one's trademark, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yes, we did put the crown on the line. Big Nick takes home the W. So congratulations, sir, the Wing King.
Well, you even said it was slightly disputed, and I haven't seen any evidence filed amongst the committee here. Yeah, what happened to all that evidence there, Anthony?
I feel it's kind of like the Penta situation. Where's the tape? Did his feet touched?
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, I didn't know if I wanted to come out here with the crown on like Rashad McCants, but I did also think that it was hilarious that my quarterback Josh Allen wins the MVP the same night I am winning the ring. I didn't Buffalo Bill it.
Nick went all in on his taxes last night. He was feeling good about life.
Absolutely, our King Booker.
I want to make an early withdrawal and deposit.
I got my refund early, folks.
MDB, welcome back. Welcome the weekend, the MDB weekend. Yeah, birthday weekend for MDB. So the knee pad patrol is getting a year older. And if anyone wants to know what he wants for his birthday, it's definitely knee pads.
Jeez. That's a provocative ass thing, but yes, happy birthday, MDB.
The doll Alexa Bliss had a rumble, had a 6 for an eyeball. Oh, juicy. I like it.
I did not know that, but I saw Alexa coming out there and having to explain how Lily did have a facelift and a tummy tuck and everything like that. She might have had some work done.
Right.
It's no longer that fugly ass doll. It's at least, something that'll sell to kids.
Yeah, we'll see. I think they're going to sell a ton of them. Jay Carhill in the EC, welcome track. We don't know because we're unsure. We were pretty confident she was going to be at the Rumble. So
yeah, I don't know.
OG Dale, welcome back. Go Eagles. Go Eagles. Go Eagles. What's up, Jordan? Brother Fluff Salisbury's in the house. Did you hear about Bear Boulder? Yeah, we generally don't go too deep into this kind of thing, but Bear is no longer with AEW. He was let go, coinciding with some charges that were laid against him. Let's just say
I'm glad I don't know, so
yeah.
I'm gonna just move along past this because I literally have no idea.
He was
all of that.
Yeah, he's released from the company. We won't get into it. You guys can look it up and see what happened. And again, we tried to stay out of the personal side of things. But
Boulder's now a pebble. Boulder's moving on.
He's moving on. Yeah.
He's a rolling rock right now, is Boulder. Boulder's a rolling rock.
Yeah. We'll see. He's got bigger problems in wrestling right now. So put it that way. Thank you, Dale. Wasn't sure. There you go.
I'm so happy I'm oblivious right now, but anyways.
Cherokee George, good evening all. Flair to appear tonight. Yes. Blair Nivens, would you like to see Niven win? Yeah, I mean, Niven getting a win would be nice. I don't think it's likely, but could happen. Bliss should win 7 matches in Elimination Chamber. 7 matches. Do you think Triple H is loving 5, 4.
Yeah, you got 2 chambers, so there's would that be half your card already? That's at least probably 3/4.
It's at least, you're looking at a chunk.
But now it's figuring
you do
out
what you did at Rumble
besides the 2 chambers. Sorry,
you do what you did at Rumble, like you bookend them obviously, and then you have 2 in between. If you think the chambers are going to be slightly shorter than an hour, well, with the entrances and everything, maybe you put a 3rd match, so 3 in between. But that's it. That's
fair enough. Like, that's the thing is now it's just figuring out when the matches besides the 2 chambers will be because
well, there's a good point actually. No, I thought they had a solution for one, but they don't. We have no idea.
Everything's the chambers though, which they are very much stacking these chambers because got John Cena, Punk, and I'm assuming respectfully Drew McIntyre in one. They wrote off Roman, so we won't be in it. But I think they'll put Priest in there, and then it's who's going to be the 5th. Maybe they do another. Everybody that lost before gets in because we assume Io, even though she lost to Liv, is going to get in the women's.
Yeah. And that's going to be, again, star-studded on both ends. And we still don't know the rest of the qualifiers. But again, I mean, on the men's side, Punk, Cena are going to be in it. That's enough to sell 1 million tickets. So they're laughing right now. And tonight will be very interesting to see who gets added. How do you feel about Jordynne Grace? I'm a huge fan. She's a little muscle hamster. I like this. Adorable. The woman's incredible. The woman is incredible. We big fans of Jordynne Grace. I think we both praised her on multiple occasions. This is huge.
Absolutely. Sorry, when you were saying muscle hamster and all that, it was like unique New York. Test out the mouth.
Now, a lot of people, it's been reported, and the assumption is Jordynne Grace is going to NXT for a stint, and some people are appalled.
Well, they can stay appalled because Paul's the one making the decisions, and Paul makes sense with those decisions. Yeah, and she's down there for what? A hop, skip, and a fucking jump. Right. She's not going to be down there for 3 fucking years.
No. And again, they act like they're like, they know what they're doing. They know that, like, when they have the negotiation to work for the company, they talk about, we're going to bring you in. We'll put you here. We're going to do this. It's not like there's a gun to this lady's head and they're like, sign this paper and do what we tell you. Like, people need to really give it a fucking deep breath. I think she's a super talented dude. The cream rises to the top, Nick, as one wise man once said. Oh yeah. But I think at the end of the day, Jordynne will be fine. And I like the idea of, give her a little bit of time, make sure she's coming up in the best way possible. She feels like a star. She feels like she's going to be somebody special. She'll get there.
Oh, yeah. The cream always rises to the top. Yeah, my guy, the cream always up there. Yeah. But No, you're telling me that Jordan Grace, who's already been in NXT, might show up in NXT again?
Right.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. You're soiling her. You're misusing her. What the fuck are we? It's just people want to overreact just for the sake of overreacting.
Yeah. And again, if she's going down to have a feud with Wendy Chu, we're going to have some issues.
Yes, we are.
Right.
Yes,
I agree.
Are.
That's why I chose her. I agree. Right. But she's, again, we saw them kind of play around with at the Rumble. Potentially, you know, is there something there with Julia? I mean, if you told me that Jordan Grace was going to fight for the NXT Women's World Championship at Stand and Deliver, I'm in. She can't. Charlotte's taken one title shot. Jordan Grace isn't going to be fighting the other champion, I don't think. So her having a world title match at, you know, Mania weekend, still not a bad thing for her career. And she's got several Manias to come.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and you mentioning the Rumble and interactions that she had in the Rumble and everything made me think of this. But hi, Heather. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Jose. Hi, Big Dog. All of that. But you had Bianca Belair snatch that woman by the back of the head and everything and pull her away from hugging Naomi. We hear all the talk about a Rhea Bianca match. What if we got Jordan Grace versus Bianca? Two super athletes, women's wrestlers going at it.
Yeah,
they would put on a hell of a match.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, man. And I mean, I think that's what a big part of all this fun has been, is when we get these new names, we start fantasy booking and the possibilities are endless. And I mean, Jordan's going to do big things. Again, I listen to a podcaster that I like a lot. But I heard him just ranting and raving. Oh, I can't believe they did this. It makes no sense, guys. Like, look at the logjam of talent.
Look at the bigger picture. See the forest before the trees here.
Yeah, long term. Heather, we got you. Michelle, got you. Hope everyone out there is doing well. Trek 316 is back. Let's go. Heather, Michelle. Kyle's with us. We are 1 minute and 30 seconds away. What up, Big Nick?
Hi, Big Dog. Big action. Pause. Yes, I am King Booker. Is he still the best king of the ring ever?
Yeah. He made it something different.
Well, he managed to make that his gimmick and also reinvent himself.
Yeah, it became a thing. It became him. The only other one that I like, my close second, would be Owen. I thought Owen was awesome.
Yeah, Owen's just always hard to can go against.
Right. I mean, those two killed it, but Owen was being the king fit him so well, but Booker, it became who he was. So it was just a next level.
Right.
Al Snow, we got you. Vance, welcome back. Heather, remember, folks, in about 30 seconds, Nick and I are going to link up or sync up or all the above. But yeah, we will sync our streams. Pause.
Yeah, never cross streams. There
you go. Anthony Pumped. Welcome, Anthony. Nick Bray, how you doing?
What up? And yeah, well, Anthony being super pumped for Alexa. Like, does she alone being on SmackDown and actually being in a match bring attention and bring you put that out there? And now everybody's got to tune in because this is the first time we've seen Alexa since the Rumble, and that was for however long.
Yeah, again, it's been over a year. So, and again, it's funny because a lot of people, some of the naysayers can't figure out the Alexa thing. It doesn't matter. The fans love Alexa. She has a big drawing, and people were pumped. The pop for her return was huge. As Nick, I am getting a blank screen.
There you go. I am as well. I got the end of.
Oh, here we go. I got then. Now,
I think we don't have to do anything.
Netflix has been good to us forever.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to play along at home, you can sync up as well. Right now, we all are together.
Guess
So
it's
the
the
show,
first time in 2 years that we haven't had to touch anything. So
I think last week was no, I think we've been on a roll. What do you mean?
sorry, I interrupted.
Trying to give us some credit.
Mm.
No, that's awesome. But yeah, no, we're live from Memphis, getting the sky shot right now. Link up, but why do we keep saying link up? Sync up with us if you would like to follow along at the same pace we are.
Well, no, absolutely. Link up, click all the links, click the merch store, click the Twitch, click the Discord, click this, click that, click all. No, yeah.
As we got LA Knight, link up, sync up, drink up, cheers.
Facts.
And don't forget to smoke up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. I love wrestling. Just love wrestling.
We clicked on Jose's super chat, but never ever acknowledged.
Oh, Jose. Sorry, bud. I love wrestling for life.
For life. I got Big Jim.
Charlotte here. A little toned down from Monday's outfit.
Yeah, she's very much of the Seth Rollins catalog.
Right.
A bit. She looks like if you cut up like your grandmother's 1950s rug.
As we go back to Indy for highlights from the Rumble, folks. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jose. We greatly appreciate that.
But sorry,
what
tangent. Speaking of family members, and I'm tying it into the hot sauces because we mentioned the wing and the ring and everything before. Did that final hot sauce and everything, did all those spices linger like an in-law on the holidays for you, like it did with me?
I wasn't bad after the fact. I did drink a good amount of milk before we got off air. But yeah, no, I mean, it clearly affected me worse than it affected either one of anybody else. But yeah, that last one, it was potent. It was the last one, 1,000 Scoville.
The last one for me was the Hounds of Hell creeping up. It lingered for about 2 hours afterwards for me. Of like I said, it was like an in-law that wouldn't leave. Of like, will you just go away?
Yeah, it hit hard for me anyway. I'm blaming my
your taste buds came back all in one night,
right? But yeah, I have no idea why. But I thought it was potent. But yeah, definitely go check that out, folks. Boo. God, can Charlotte go away? No, she's a star of the show.
316, do you like anyone besides Liv? And I do mean anyone.
No. I make tips too. Good job. Hashtag we want KO versus Sami for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. There's a chance. A lot of people have talked about Sami KO facing off in Toronto.
I've seen more of that discussion for them facing off in Vegas at Mania. Yeah, that might be KO's. You run that match back of Taylor's oldest time, Sami versus KO, because KO is still selling the devastation of the ladder match. Sami just took a spike pile driver that put Cody out for a bit and everything, a small package driver, just on Monday. So.
Yeah, you don't think they'd try and do it? The two hometown boys?
Well, home country boys. Yeah, peripheral. I could see it. I don't view it likely. I'll put it that way.
Fair enough.
As Jey Uso is now in your city.
Opening again. How do you open a show? You open the show with energy, and that's what this is.
And I can't remember whether it was the McAfee interview or somebody else that he was talking about, to where Jey even knows now, because it was one of the first couple intros he was doing from the concourse of like, no, I need to be amongst the people. It sets up the shot better and everything. Like, he's learning as we are, and the merch independent for every city and everything.
Yeah.
He can sell it, and he'll sell out just in that city.
100%, man. And again, it's become a thing, and that's the job. Like, it's funny when you think about fans nowadays. Like, people didn't look at Hulkamania at the time and go like, "Oh man, this guy's just over because it's got a good song." Like, they understood. Like, it was like this all right now has everybody hyped. This is what he's supposed to do. It's his job. And nobody's getting this big of a reaction. Nobody.
Jey Uso appeals to the other 93% of wrestling fans than the 7% that are on Twitter.
Right. Now he's out grabbing kids and pulling kids to the aisle.
Whoa, don't say that. Don't say that out loud. Accusations. False accusations.
Big accusations. No. But
right, but no, he is very much, he's a man of the people. He's the one that, again, like I said it before when he won the Rumble, I saw so many Caucasian kids with mullets and everything with Jey Uso shirts cheering with this man won it because he's there for the, they had it before. They had the mullet already. That came pre-downloaded, but he's your John Cena-ish. He's your Daniel Bryan. He's your one that reaches to the people. The people feel like they have a voice now with Jey Uso being involved in this. And he's a guy that appeals to your younger audience. Your kid can sit there and just say yeet. And it's a lot better than flipping the double birds and telling you to suck it like we grew up with.
Right, it's true. But look at the crowd, man.
It is a money movie. It is a momentum gold mine. And again, it's the 93% that's bought in. It's the 7% on Twitter that ain't, and they don't give a fuck about y'all.
No, it doesn't matter. It don't matter. Don't matter. He could cure cancer. They'd be like,
Well, he stitched yeet in the wound. So
he only did it because he was in like Roman's family.
Nepo doctor.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, I think it's again, it's so hard to deny. It's right there in your face. Like, you got to be with it.
Right. Well, Jordan, what up? Well, even Jose with the $2 super chat again saying Jey Uso is relatable as F. That's why I F with him.
100%, man. 100%.
He's again, I hate the view that wrestling's cyclical, but at times it ends up being it. Of he's again that same mold of he's the guy that the fans got behind, that they relate to. He's the man of the people that shouldn't be here against irresistible forces, and we're going to shove him into it. Pause.
Yeah, the people out there that are really like, I can't believe that this is happening and it's this guy. Just, I get it. If you're a Punk fan, if you're a diehard, John Cena fan, you might be bummed out. But listen, Cena's going to be Elimination Chamber. They're making, how many times in the past did a Goldberg show up, or a Rousey or a Cena? They just come back out of left field, and without really breaking a sweat, here's a title, here's a Rumble win, here's this. And for so many years, we hated that. Well, Cena came back. He didn't just win the Rumble. Close. But now he has to go an extra step. Now he's got to go in to Chamber. Like, so again, it's good storytelling. It's strong. It was 13 minutes on Monday. What are we at tonight? 9.
We're at 9 now. If we're going from the absolute start of the show at 8 o'clock on the hour here, but again, it's again, Daniel Bryan tie-in. Fickle.
Right.
The same reason why people hate that Charlotte won is the antithesis as to why they hate that Jey Uso won.
That's the absolute great point.
That it's literally, I'm so befuddled by even my own point, I can't say words.
But it is. It becomes this, like, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth all the time.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
A 10-minute entrance. The place is on their feet.
Like I said, on Monday, they asked for him to do it again.
Right? You should do it again. Run it back. They're now chanting one more time, Nick.
Yes.
Well, now it's a thing.
A thing. It's a fucking thing.
I want anybody that can hear my voice right now in the chat, name one other person in the business that has got this going.
I never heard that with a Stone Cold, with a Dwayne, with a HBK, with a Paul, with a Taker. None of that. Not even a Roman, a Cena, a Punk, a Owens, a Drew. Did I ever hear a crowd so blue sit there and want to see Jey Uso run his entrance back, and at least he does it nice. And hey, this is helping him because he's normally gassed by the time he cuts a promo because he's too busy. He's yeeted out.
Yeah.
But he sits there and just hypes up the cameraman and just does a little yeet in the corner, and they run it back a little bit.
Right. It'll now be a thing everywhere. It's smart.
Well, 316, the man who hates everything outside of Liv Morgan, even said Jey Uso's the new DB.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeet.
Yeet. Yeet. This is, it's still not bad because I do the what's, but yeah. This is the gassed Jey Uso promo of like,
yeah, he just
I'm gonna say words, yeet. I'm gonna say words, yeet.
Just dying to catch my breath.
Right.
Do you deserve it?
You deserve
Big Dog doing everything, including me. Go after Gunther. It's bigger draw and a bigger title.
I mean, physically, what?
Well, I mean, Cody Jey would be interesting as hell, but I don't see it. It would be interesting, but I don't see
it. To Twitter.
Maybe.
Jey versus Gunther works because that's your Hunter DB. That's your Batista Orton DB storyline, your WrestleMania 30 storyline of, like I said, even with Gunther of, right. What do I gain from beating you? I've already done that again. Like I'd rather beat your cousin than you.
Calling out Cody. Happy birthday to Mama Heather.
There you go.
Here comes Cody Rhodes. Ryan, good to see you. The W in the middle of the ring is much better than the Prime logo. Absolutely. You had to pick.
Yeah, if you're gonna fuck it up, if you're gonna scuff it up with your own logo.
Right. No, I think it'll be in and out, revolving. I think a lot of the pay-per-views will see sponsors go into the middle, but in the meantime, you leave the W there because now you're getting the people used to something being there.
Fair, as long as it's not Fortnite and everything
else. What's up? Happy birthday. There you go. There you go.
I know we talked about Def Rebel earlier, and they're surely deaf, but I saw someone online that tried to claim that Def Rebel did Cody's theme. And it's like, no.
Nah.
It's one of the few actual songs.
And that was part of the package when he returned. That was part of the negotiation. This is where people don't get it. Like, I can't believe they forced so-and-so. No, but you can try if you have the leverage or, you're strong enough on something, you can negotiate things in, right?
Well, and think about it. Even with AJ Styles' return at the Rumble, his return was a lot better because he came back with, they don't want no, they don't want no, versus his bullshit ass heel theme.
Guys, you can like more than one wrestler. You can like more than one wrestler, more than one faction, more than one company. You can like a lot out there. You can even like two wrestlers that don't like each other.
You can cheer for wrestlers you don't like too.
Big hug, big embrace. Remember, this all started with Cody and Jey as tag team champions feeling a little wobbly at a media scrum, and the history was made.
Yeah, Jey didn't do like his brother. He just did, he took Cody's, tour bus home and everything. Yeah.
He had Cody in the bus.
He got dropped off. He had the little stop sign pop out on the side, everything.
So, I mean, again,
sorry, I was just going to say that was actually a trivia question that I had for the international shows.
I love it.
What do you want to talk about?
If Jey goes after Cody, he will have to face the OTC, and we do not need that right now. Yeah, but that would be post-Mania, though, for the OTC.
Roman is, I feel, heading towards the triple threat like that we both talked about.
Then you might get... Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
So you might get your theory play out if Cena wins. If Jey picks Gunther, Cena wins Chambers, we get to Cody Cena, which I did not think would be in the cards.
Oh, I think they've sat there and showed you their hand. They were the dealer in this situation.
You think
showed
so?
you they had an ace high and everything. I think that's been the play the long time. That's why Cena, I thought he was going to win the Rumble, and now that he didn't win the Rumble, he's on the poster for Chamber. He's already the early strong favorite to win it. They're going to get John 17, and John 17 says, I just whipped Cody's ass. But yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm still torn. Again, like, you are the front runner right now for sure on that theory, because that is the possibility. Right? I don't see a Jey. Sorry?
No, I just said I still think it's the front runner on that. But yeah, I digress.
Yeah, because I don't see Cody Jey going down.
No, this is I'm so happy you did what you did. I'm so happy for you, bro. Yeah, I'm so happy for you, bro.
But Cody going on about all his bumps and bruises, fluid in his elbow, a hip out of joint, his doctor's a nice guy.
There was the outlying rumor that floated that Cody's too banged up. I know Hunter, after the show and everything, said everybody was all good out of that ladder match. But there was a theory floating around that Cody's a bit banged up. And now if he's leaning this way, it's interesting. I still don't think he'll pack it in. Yeah. He's not going to vacate nothing. But yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not vacating anything. We will, I mean, as far as I know, he'll be fine. And again, you have time now. Chamber, you don't need him realistically.
No.
So you don't need him till Mania, really. Maybe a tag match, maybe a one-off, with just to kind of for an angle. But really, you don't need him to wrestle a lot between now and April.
He can do the Seth. We just saw this with Seth Rollins last year. And again, it could all be a sell and a fucking decoy. Because unlike Meltzer, we realize that sometimes they might be trying to work us.
Right. How much cardio does it's huge. That's why he's got down that opening part of his promo, like Nick said, catching his breath, just yeet.
Yeah, that's why I say something, yeet. I say something, yeet. No, trust me, Michael Cole is fucking Michael Cole. His heart rate monitor watch thing thought he had been in a motor vehicle accident or something just from yeeting.
Oh my God, Jacob Fatu.
Yo.
Party plans may be changing.
Yeah.
We're going to get them two versus Jey and Cody. I think we've done
I'm all the way for it. And I love this because you get now the visual of Jacob Fatu eye to eye with Cody Cuthbert Rhodes. Yeah.
Is Solo legit nursing an injury at this point, or are we just...
I think he's nursing his creative decisions of...
Okay.
I think he's done with this and might fall in line more with OTC, what have you, or do his own thing. Maybe we get a solo Jacob. But I think
more like
we're not going to get a new or a resurgence of the Bloodline 2.0 or whatever, that still being a faction. Yeah, this is now Wild Samoan.
Yeah, I don't know if that, like, you sorry, I think I lost you there for a second. Yeah, I don't think that's
I don't know if you froze right, froze. I am here.
But yeah, I mean, very interesting. I don't think they're just gonna float him back onto the roster and act like nothing. So I'm curious to see how it all plays out, how they bring him back into the fold, what happens when Tonga's ready.
Well, I think you'll get like a solo Jacob match or something. You won't I don't think we're gonna get them all back together as a group again. I think this is more Jacob's kind of got his own little posse and everything like that. If they're just running independent to an extent.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're just holding fort, but I really do 100% think now we have an issue between Jacob and Solo when Solo returns in a big way.
Oh yeah, he just walked off. Whoa, Rumble win it. Now I can already feel the tweets typing as we're watching this of everybody that watched Jacob Fatu with the whole thing with Jey coming through the tunnel and Jacob celebrating him winning the Rumble. Yeah, but I know, and I know that Twitter is going to have a field day.
Good.
Super good.
Oh, we're off and fighting. We're off and fighting, folks. But Jacob says, I'm going to be the one that brings the title to the family.
Let's go. But again, I like how that we've got the visual of Jacob Fatu toe-to-toe with Cody Rhodes.
Well, that's it. Like Jacob lays out Cody and pops up, and the crowd cheers. Crowd's cheering for Jacob.
Yeah, he do it.
Oh, super kick.
Cody Cutter. Jacob Fatu is just like, even still just on selling, is miles above people.
Oh, yeah. He a big man.
What show was it that we thought this man broke his leg? And it's no, he just sold it that well.
Yeah, that was when he came off the top through the table, or sorry, on the toe. Yeah, no, off the top. And we were like, uh-oh. We thought he was done.
Right.
But it looks like we're setting up a tag team match for tonight, player, as Naomi and Bianca on screen right now. Nothing like killing time so people can dance, riveting stuff. What I find riveting is an arena full of people bouncing. Yeah, see, this is kind of that sour take to something of, I don't know what you want. It's an entrance, but everyone's up, everyone's jamming. Like, I don't. What are they supposed to do? Tell everyone to stay in their seats? Like, what do you do in that case? Tell everyone to be quiet. We got to get to the wrestling, so a couple marks out there won't be pouty that people are having fun. I don't. What's the approach here?
I was gonna say, live look at B hockey watching everyone in the fucking arena eat. Like, what are you like? Everyone else is having a good time. Why are you not? Right. Please expound upon that. Explain.
Sorry, I'm just seeing the 3 minutes of the countdown. But yeah, I mean, again, I'm perplexed. This is what I don't get about the wrestling fans. Like, oh, it's stupid. They're not killing time. Like, you have X amount of minutes for your show to be entertaining. That's like the band is playing a jam and everyone's losing their mind. Hey, guys, can you stop cheering for encore so we can go home? Like, what the fuck?
Well, even then, that's the start of the show. We've gone through this is the week of the fallout from the Rumble and everything. We started off with Monday Night Raw of Jey and Gunther. So Jay's got to show up on SmackDown to still address the what if I challenge Cody situation. And then, of course, you have Jacob and Tama that are there that are going to listen, Oos. We got own Samoan shit we got to deal with outside of this title picture thing of this is family.
Right.
So where was there an issue in any of that? Like, and even then, we already were talking about before how they managed to take a mystery of a SmackDown and make it a super compelling, interesting SmackDown. Yeah. And now the first segment, you add Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga versus Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes.
Well, it's like you take this generation now that's watching wrestling and you do like the Rock, This Is Your Life segment. And the nerds online right away be there, I went too long and it was silly. I didn't get the joke. Like, I don't get it. Why are we so pissy about everything?
And it's not like it's some like insider baseball term or anything like that no one would have got except for Smarks. Like, no, it was a fucking great moment. Sometimes things can be cool even if you don't like the company or whatever. If you want to be brand loyal. If you can really gangbanging on Coke because you love Pepsi type of shit.
Well, and realistically, the job is if you sell tickets to an event, I don't care what your event is. I don't care if it's community bingo. I don't care what it is. If you charge people money for an event, the goal is to entertain those people for that time you are running that event. You find me another wrestler on the planet right now that has the building shaking like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have the debate. But honestly, there's nobody getting that kind of reaction. You don't shut that shit down.
Facts. Well, Lady B, maybe they're from a footloose town and can't dance.
Right. There you go. Somebody
Well,
made a comment about the length of the Jey Uso's getting right now. It's like a 90s women's match. It's actually a minute and a half longer than the average AEW women's match.
oh, yeah. The fucking stats is like 8 minutes and some change.
Right.
I like Vance. Too much crybabies in the IWC.
I don't mind having difference of opinion. I don't mind being critical. This is what we do. I mean, you guys show up any night of the week, and you know there's stuff that Nick hates, there's stuff that I hate. We're okay. We, as paying fans, be critical. But when it is blatantly obvious, like the sky is blue, that's just what it is. Like the goddamn pen is blue. Like that's it. It is you. It's the denial of what's right in front of you just to be negative.
Right. Well, okay.
There
So
it
B
is.
Hockey says, it is so funny how I am called an AW stand in here. I haven't watched Dynamite since the Bryan retirement. No one called you that. You just act like it, and you don't explain anything, sir. You just throw out pissy opinions and then don't can follow up with it. And then when someone questions your opinion or goes back at you at it, then you just can sourpuss turtle and sit there. Oh, I just get called an AEW stand.
I didn't, and one had nothing to do with other beat hockey. I just feel like complaining about people being happy during the show is a silly take. That's all, my guy.
Fair enough. Big Tom just out here. Do you know why the sky is blue? Because if it was green, we wouldn't know where to stop mowing.
All right. All right.
Spoken like a man truly on the grass. Literally. As good God, as Bianca and Naomi out here. And God damn it, Jimmy Uso, you are a lucky man, sir. Just saying. As Piper, and again, we got Chelsea Green.
Oh, yeah, I'll put this one in the chat. This one should be fun.
Absolutely. Well, and again, this is an elimination qualifier. You've got Powerhouse versus Top Star. This could, I know we both kind of said that Bianca Belair is all but predetermined to win this, but Piper's still no slouch, and you've also still got Chelsea on the outside that could cause a little interference, what have you.
Absolutely. I mean, again, she does have some backup. So, and we're still kind of all curious how this ties back to Jade at some point. So we will see, but I will be right back, sir.
There you go. There you go. As KJ is taking a pause for the cause, as I've got Bianca with a shoulder tackle and a Piper in the corner. As yeah, if you want to give me your predictions on who you got for this, whether you're taking Piper, whether you're taking Bianca, I feel like it's going to be a strong case here for Bianca. But again, Piper's no slouch. I really like her being paired up with Chelsea. I do think that we're at some point going to get to where she goes the Diesel HBK moment and kind of turns on her, the Batista Triple H. Even though her doing the cabinet, the Secret Service is great. But yeah, at least she's no longer goddamn Dewdrop with Eva Marie. Cedric definitely going to AEW. I think it'll be good for him. When is it? Did it get brought up that Cedric's out or anything like that? Like, is his contract up for renewal or anything like that? I digress with that. Who's Jade? You mean Jade Cargill? Jose. I feel like I don't really need to explain to you who Jade Cargill is. B Hockey, I thought I made my point before. I just don't see any depth to the gimmick. It's just about moving t-shirts. I'd rather a little more complexity in main event characters. If you want to be that objective with it, as Piper takes out Bianca, even knocks one of her damn earrings out as we go to commercial break, or at least I go to commercial break. KJ's probably still got everything happening on. If you want to view it as it's just moving t-shirts, yeah, but you could say that with half a dozen characters and everything, or wrestlers' characters, however you want to goddamn view it. Like KJ even brought up before with Hulk Hogan, there was a point to where Cena was just out there moving merch more than anything. Christ, Cena damn near coined the phrase 5 moves of doom and everything. Like, it's one of those, it's just so over with the 90, like 3 to 5 other percent and everything. I just don't know what's really keeping you so steadfast on like it can't work. It's terrible, like so anti that opinion, I guess. But I digress. As Spaz with a $5 super chat, I will say real quick is we're in commercial break and I see close to 90 people kicking with us. Let's see if we can get to triple digits here on a feel good Friday night as we're going to be back for the Super Bowl on Sunday and everything. But be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. We got the merch store, we got the Twitters, we got the TikToks, we got the Instagrams, we got the YouTubes, we got the Twitches even now. We're out here twitching and everything. So 100% be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. But Spaz with a $5 super chat. You know what's going to hit like crack the night after Mania. I'm proud of you, cousin. I lost the world titles at Mania, and you brought one back. Oh, you think Roman's going to put over Jey Uso like that? I don't see that. Like, that I would say is too much for me. I mean, unless you're saying that's Dwayne saying that. But if you're saying that's Roman, yeah, because, well, they're both cousins, I believe. I'm trying to go through my mind's eye with the family ties, but yeah, I don't see Roman like bending the knee to main event Jey Uso. Just respectfully, I think that's character-wise that doesn't fit. Spaz with a $10 super chat. Spent 12 hours on a forklift today on no food and very little sleep. Got home, chicken went in, and the Wrestling for Life boys went on. Thank you guys for what you do. Team Slippy Sticky. Yeah, I sent y'all a little something. There you go. Well, appreciate you. I've been sipping on and smoking a little something. But yeah, no, appreciate you, Spaz. And again, appreciate anybody out there that's watching us, whether you're first time, long time, if you're just hiding in the mythos, too shy to say hi in the chat, appreciate you 100%. We'd be still probably just talking to ourselves, whether you were watching or not, but it's nothing but better talking to everybody out here with this. Trust me. Let me scroll through. Go on. Yeah, Cedric on. Did I miss something that Cedric got released? Is this Cedric reportedly said he's done with WWE in a tweet? Okay, Trek. Well, apparently this is breaking just like goddamn Duke Hudson out here. But I'm back in action as Bianca is still in control of Piper, but that's really interesting if Cedric's gone, because weren't they just using him in NXT? Wasn't he just involved in like the Javon kind of stuff and everything? Like he'd been around there. Well, they tried to do the whole Ashante Adonis thing, 2 count on Piper with a black hole slam, but they tried to do the Ashante Adonis thing, and then all of a sudden Ashante wanted to be with a Canadian and all that. But yeah, that's honestly, if I'm TNA, that's a big grab to get. That works well. I could honestly see Bianca with a pin. I could see Cedric maybe close to your world title or builds into it. Cedric could have a Macklin type moment or a Macklin type rebuild in TNA. Or if I'm Tony Khan, I add him, Shelton, Bobby, MVP, the Hurt Syndicate. There you go. Absolutely. Because if I remember correctly, Cedric was in that at one point with the Hurt Business in WWE. So absolutely. You want to complete the set? Well, WWE just put up, the final missing piece up for auction. Is Piper going up top? 1, 2, the Vader bomb, the Piper bomb. 2 count, 2 count, 2 count. Jose, I'm being facetious, Nick. Fair enough. There you go. Using that big vocab. Facetious. Facetious those seashores by the seashore. Steven Smith, Bianca for the win. Absolutely. Randolph, not everything has to be super gimmicky. Fair enough. Context is king with that a little bit. Grazie, Trecamedia, grazie. Spaz, the first super chat, the first chat disappeared. Love you guys. So fair, mea culpa, mea culpa. That's the best I can say. As Bianca's got Piper up, straight up, just walking her straight to the center of that giant W in the ring. KOD has to be the 1, 2, 3. 2. Yeah. Again, now this is, I said it earlier, I'm getting more and more interested of if we get Io Ripley and we get Tiffany Charlotte, and maybe we got a Naomi Jade, we got a Bianca Jordan Grace after that whole situation in the Rumble and everything, 2 just absolute powerhouses in the women's division, super athletes going at it. I'm all the way for it. Because Bianca to get Piper up like that hits KOD. So I've got Carmelo interrupting Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, who I guess are now on the SmackDown roster because they were talking to Aldis. But Carmelo talking to Aldis. Roman is Jay's uncle. Sheena, weird Samoan cross-pollination. I don't know. Jay, Roman, beef, collision course, book it. Maybe down the road, not this fast. Let's get to 1 step before we start to get to 3 steps. Tozawa. Carmelo, because Carmelo cost Tozawa's spot in the Rumble, which led to I Show Speed and then I Spear Speed. So we're getting Carmelo versus Tozawa tonight. Well, I'm sure that'll be, but I'm sure that'll be all of 5 minutes. I really hope they're not like splitting up. Well, I guess from Tozawa's shirt, the Alpha Babes, the Alpha Academy. We're gonna get like Otis and Max, one show and Tozawa on another. But I got DIY coming out right now. So we got a promo coming from them as Spaz with another $5 super chat. Fair enough. This is still, I guess, the most that I'm gonna touch on and read about it. I still have no idea what these are, and I don't. Judging by everyone's tone, I do not condone, and 100%. I'm like I said, I'm glad I'm in the fucking abyss with this, but. AW lost Bear Boulder after some horribly serious accusations. As always, my take is horrible if true. Well, there you go. Those are the thoughts and opinions paid for and brought to you by Spaz Phoenix. Absolutely. But yeah, you got me swinging. I guess I stayed on the sunny side of the Twitterverse here because I'm unaware. But I think that might be a blessing in disguise. But as we're 20 minutes away from the end of the first hour for SmackDown, as I'm in commercial break. How you doing? 360 Mafia, what? 0-1, what? Ronan's 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. How do you feel about Joe Tessitore on commentary? I think he's actually been really great. He's been surprisingly a lot better than when they bring football guys, sports guys, and everything, and try and get them to do commentary. He seems to fully embrace it. He has a bit of legitimacy because, of Joe Tessitore. He's like what they thought, I guess, Mike Adamle and etc. Should have, could have, would have been, like when they brought Jimmy there from Strikeforce, I believe. And Joe Tessitore very much seems like he's actually a fan of it. And they've moved things around to make him an emphasis of now adding the, the broadcasters there by the barricade or them walking out or what have you. They're a bit of a focus before they get to the table. I dig. So I think he's been a solid addition. I do still feel like Corey's been a bit of the odd man out, but I think he also didn't help anyone with that. But yeah, I digress. Christian want to know, Jordan saying it was a good match. B-Hockey, did they change the title of the PLE on the fly? Which title? What? No. Now you're making me confused. Context is king. Vitamins are making the pages stick together. Revenge match. Yes. Nick, what's the chance they run back Becky and Lyra at Mania? I have heard that being the rumor. I think it makes sense I think your world title slots have been filled. I don't know if there's another spot that would call for a Becky per se. Like there's no, like you could do, say, a Roxanne versus Bayley, whether it be at WrestleMania or Stand and Deliver. Doesn't have to have a title involved at this point because there's been the build. Lyra and Becky, I think, very much legitimizes that mid-card title, and we've seen that feud before, and it's a solid one. And I think, in all honesty, I think Lyra might get the win, and it might really help and legitimize her a bit. How long before we get NXTP? What? Damon just copying everyone. Revenge match. Revenge. I will have my revenge. Terrible. Fair enough. Why Aldis acting like Tozawa had a chance to win the Rumble? Because you got to set up the match, my guy. You got to sell the product. But yeah, no. Tozawa would have been one of those that I would have gotten a little upset about. Of why are you here when I know you have absolutely no chance of winning this? But I'm getting a little clip of LFG right now of Taker with Bully Ray and HBK and Mickey's there too. Look, this very much looks like just modern Tough Enough a little bit, because I think baby Mark Henry's going to be in there and not just the Hand. There's going to be a few people, and this is obviously going to play into Evolve, which I think the Evolve show popping up is going to play into the NXT kind of glitch thing showing up. Again, WWE is just developing feeder system upon feeder system of they've somehow managed to build their own like in-house territory. Like they've gone back to where you had NXT, you had OVW, you had Evolve, you had NXT UK. Like we're expanding and expounding. There you go. But we're back to Gargano and Ciampa in the ring. I'm super serial, guys. Fair enough. J-Boy, does CM Punk still have the AW bag? Maybe. As Gargano and Ciampa point out, they both beat the Motor City Machine Guns not once, but twice. I am just now learning that it was a graphic error. Apparently, the PLE is actually called No Escape in Germany. Oh, fair. Okay. So we're just going all the way back to that was Anthony's trivia question from Wing of the Ring. How did we get back to there? Interessante. Yeah, no, I thought we were, I don't know how we got there. Respect. Yeah. Jake, what up? Maybe they bring in Devon's Sons as a tag team. Could be. And again, this is going to be now, you have like an actual learning tree. Shout out Jericho, you so suck. But you got your main roster, you got your Raws, your SmackDowns, then you got your NXTs, then you go to, I don't know, your Evolves, then you got your WWE IDs, you got your LFGs, you got everybody out there with the 1, 2, 3s. Yeah. Yes, boys. So pretty deadly out here. How we feel? Well, I'll wait until my partner is back.
Yes,
Yeah,
boys.
my yes, boy. Pause. How we feeling, my guy, and how we feeling about the SmackDown tag division, and now we've got DIY and the yes boys.
Yeah, we talked about this the other night. I mean, the WWE has had a lacking tag team division. We mentioned that many a times, but it's been highlighted every week. The extra hour of SmackDown has helped, but the tag team champions, especially on both shows, actually, but especially on SmackDown, they feel highlighted. We got the Viking Raiders. We're kind of waiting for what's next for them, but on this show, the MCMG, Pretty Deadly, Street Profits.
I need something involving the Street Profits after Dawkins was out there hitting people with crutches,
Right.
and Ford's out there making a name. So yeah, they need to be a tag team champion by the end of 2025, if not sooner rather than later.
316 Mafia saying it's only a matter of time before they're Pretty Deadly. I think they'll be tag champs one day for sure.
Yeah, for a hot minute.
Right? They'll have a heel tag team title run at some point for sure. I'd be shocked if they didn't.
Oh, it starts right now. So we're getting Pretty Deadly versus DIY. And if they win, they get a shot at the titles, I believe. But where the Street Profits be, because like I said, they screwed up that. They decided the decision in the DIY Motor City Machine Guns match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, again, there's a lot left open, and we'll see where this goes. But yeah, Pretty Deadly out here. And DIY in their street clothes, stomping away.
Oh, you got the not commercials. I have medication right now.
Okay, but we're off and running right now. But folks, we will take your predictions on this as well. And yes, Tuesday, we will be here live as NXT and AEW will be on at the same time on the same day. And we get a rare Wednesday off.
Hallelujah. Yeah, but that's interesting because they'll be colliding head to head. And am I wrong in feeling that Evolve is now set to air on Tubi the same time as Dynamite?
I believe so, yes.
Fair enough.
You know, and they're highlighting the LFG show, which is good for them. But now we're finally officially starting the match.
Well, you let them know I got a commercial. I got Chase Bank.
After last Wednesday, a Wednesday off might not be bad.
But you even said, and you're here on all the Wednesdays of last Dynamite might have been the best Dynamite in a while.
Last Dynamite was good. I mean, it wasn't terrible. There's so much in the show that I really do like. I just think that the booking decisions and the favorable booking for the wrong people. And actually, I haven't even ranted yet about someone's comments about never pulling anybody down.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I haven't even touched that, but we'll leave that alone for now. But let's be real. I mean, it's the upper card that you're booking as upper card should be your lower card, and your upper card is sitting on the bench or in mid plots, and it hurts.
Yeah. Would you say Dynamite was a shit sandwich with good bread?
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Yeah,
it had good bookends, but the in between maybe not so much.
Right, you kind of got a good point. It was on a nice piece of rye, but
it was
still a shit
It was a shit sandwich on a nice piece of good marble rye on an everything bagel.
43% of the chat going for pretty deadly. 38 going for DIY. 19% getting nobody, as I do believe we are coming back out of the commercial break in about 20 seconds.
It's so crazy to me because you have the Netflix timer, you're like the fucking coach with a stopwatch. I'll be like, I believe we're done this practice in about 20 seconds.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
I like the countdown. I know I've heard complaints and people don't like, oh, we have to watch this video thing, or I mean, on nights like today,
you don't want ads. You don't want ads.
Yeah, I mean, just give me the pictures with a countdown. Like, so now mentally, I'm like, I got 3 minutes, and when you say it out loud, I'm like, 3 minutes isn't so bad.
Yeah, I'll stare at Rhea Ripley standing over a countdown clock versus watching a fucking Ozempic commercial or something. As I'm back in action, as I'm going to guess Elton Prince just hooked out
yes, both members.
I'm trying to remember which member is which member.
That's Prince, Elton, Kip Wilson,
Don, Kendrick.
Lying in bed just like Kip Wilson did. Deadly for the win. Why don't WWE have fights backstage like AEW? Sure they do. They got plenty.
That's a layered question.
Or are you asking
why they don't shoot angles like that? Are you asking why stories like that don't get out, or what?
Yeah, that's my mistake. I assumed we were going with like storyline fights. The WWE, again, have their issues at times, like any workplace. Everyone who's ever had a job has never had a job that everyone's always happy at said job. There's always one fucker, no matter what the job is, that seems to be in a bad mood. Like, it just happens.
Why'd you look at me when you say that?
Not at all. But I mean, at the end of the day, I just think more AEW news gets out, and the way it's handled has led to bigger altercations where I figure the big corporate machine kind of shuts things down pretty quick.
I have said this, and I will stand by this, and I can't wait until 3 months when fucking wrestling journalists use this as a thing and acts like it hasn't been said before.
Right.
One company is working the dirt sheets, and the other is worked by the dirt sheets.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Well, on that note, I will pause for the cause.
Right. There you go. Nick's taking a pause for the cause. Kip Wilson, Elton Prince firing up. Ciampa having none of it. That popped me, by the way. Yes, hashtag We Want Harley, folks. Go to Twitter. Go to any social media. Tag Harley. Tag the channel. And we'll keep the We Want Harley movement strong. Oh, big bout. Kip hogs the rope and gets the win. Pretty deadly. Get the W. And they will get themselves a tag title match. AEW will be taped on Tuesday. If I dressed like Pretty Deadly, my family would walk out on me. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we all would. We all would, bud. As we go back to the Royal Rumble, reminding us Alexa Bliss is here tonight, folks. Alexa Bliss will be in action, so make sure you stick around for that one. A lot of people, the dirt sheets reporting, Alexa's done. She's not coming back. It's not going to be a thing. You're not going to get Alexa. Sorry, no Alexa. And there she was. Here she is. Rumor is a 5-year contract. Also rumored that KO has re-signed for an additional 5 years. As they're running down the matches, and up next, folks, we are going to get the triple threat match for the Elimination Chamber spot. So that is up next. So we're going early with this one, and we still have the tag match coming up at the end of the night. But we go to another commercial break, folks. I am going to take a minute to remind everybody out there, do not forget, we are here all week long, all week, every week. You got wrestling, we got time to stream it. But Sunday, the Super Bowl, we will be live, 6:30 p.m. It's going to be a fun one. And bring your snacks, bring your feel good, hang out with us for the Super Bowl this Sunday. We will put the prediction title on the line. Why not? Why not have a Super Bowl champion? So we're looking forward to that one, and it's going to be good. We got more coming your way, more programming as we're heading towards Vengeance Day, Grand Slam, Revolution, Elimination Chamber. TNA is doing something, I'm positive. But yeah, we got more independent shows coming your way as well. And as soon as I find the button, I'll come back to y'all and talk about it. But yeah, there we go. Oh no, I lied. But we are on and back out of the break in a moment. 2-0, about time for Pretty Deadly. So yeah, Pretty Deadly's been getting more TV time, more time in the ring. They get a big win tonight. They are going to get a title match. And again, it just waking up this tag team division, utilizing it, putting it in key spots, trying to give you a reason to either boo or cheer the teams in the division, care a little more about what they are booking. So for my money, good job on this one. This time I'm serious. Who is Alexa Bliss? Jose, what do you mean? Who is Alex Bliss? That's her brother. Maybe that's why we like her. The Super Owl. Superb Owl. Bring your vitamins. Bring everything you want. Just have a good time. It's gonna be a good one. Nick is I'm putting Nick on KC, so it should be a good day all around, and we'll see how this goes. Let's go Birds. Yeah, let's go Eagles. I got it wrong last year. See if I can get it right this year. Somebody's got to stop them. Now, that's a good question. Ask Orton who she is. There you go. Oh, interesting. As I got Randy Orton on my screen with about 40 seconds to go. The question is, when do we see Randy Orton? When is he back? What is up with his situation? How will he be involved in Mania? Lots of questions surrounding Randy Orton right now, but we got to wait a little bit and see how that goes. Was going to pick DIY. Glad I switched to Pretty Deadly. Again, Pretty Deadly getting this win. I think that's solid. They cheated, so it's a bit of a greasy win. DIY wasn't ready. As the champs, they get to throw that out there. Yeah, I think for a lot of reasons, you're just excited to see the solid quality matches, getting a decent amount of time for it. And you still have MCMG who's going to want their revenge. You still have the Street Profits out there. Why are they mad? But it looks like they're going to do Street Profits MCMG first, or will it all get mushed together in some type of triple threat, fatal four-way? Who knows? GD Network, welcome. As we get the Sky Shot heading back into the show, folks. About to try and get Gary Payton cookies strained. There you go. Having a good time. Gary Payton. Good name. Cheating win on Sunday. J-Boy not feeling it. We'll see. Now I think because of all the heat on the league, the Eagles have to win. Because if they really are influencing it, they got to go the other way. The refs are going to be so pro KC on Sunday just to end the rumors. Because I got the Miz with Andrade. KG, can you see Nikki Cross interfering in the Bliss match? It'd be very interesting how that would play out. We don't know if she's going to be tied to the Wyatt Six. I've always assumed there would be something. So, yeah, I mean, I know in the sense that I think Alexa Bliss just gets this qualifier. Alexa Bliss gets into the chamber before we get anything else. As Miz talking to Cody. I think Randy Orton will retire this year. He's currently 44. I feel like he wants to go a little bit longer, but I could be wrong, Al. I mean, he's close. We knew this was going to be kind of his, if not his last, close to his last hurrah. Right? That's partly where we talk about the title record and that. I'd love to see him get 2. I just don't know. You get 2 title runs. I think you give him 1 for sure, but I don't think he gets 2 in before he's done. There you go. So Miz getting in Cody's head, or trying to. Nakamura in the background. Interesting. Insulting. Yeah, Nakamura is hanging out in the background all creepy like. But we go back to Wade and Joe, folks. We'll see. Up next, we do have the triple threat match. I guess I should have put a poll up over the commercial break. But get your votes in. Who you taking tonight? Are you taking LA Knight? Oh, as we go back to the Rumble and John Cena. I will compete. So doesn't have to qualify, just calls his shot. He's in. Now, I'm going to ask everyone a question, and I know Nick's going to be back in a moment. We're going to get on this hard. But is it very interesting that it was a very direct, heelish, entitled John Cena at the press conference? Is that foreshadowing something? How do you feel about it overall? Cena's in, CM Punk's in. Who will take the remaining 4 spots? We don't know yet. But, I mean, Cena took a whole new approach. Usually, we've seen him a lot be very humble, grateful, a lot of, gratitude for everything that he's gone through. As here comes Drew McIntyre. Yeah, I found it very interesting. Not what I expected. And it also makes me wonder, is that a bigger indication that this could be Cody, Cena, but Cena's the one with the bad attitude? I don't know. Boo, Cena. Drew for the win. Nakamura and Grace, my personal faves. Big fan of both. LA Knight for the win. Interesting show. OG. Drew for the win. All right. I see what you're doing. 76% of the chat taking Drew. Nobody got any hope on Jimmy? Could you even tease it? Could you find a way to get Jimmy into this match? Just so you can kind of tease the promos of, like, if I win, you can have 2 Usos at WrestleMania. I don't know. Are you saying Cena needs an attitude adjustment? I'm saying he might need a little attitude adjustment. I think he had a bit of a chip on his shoulder. Like I said, I don't know what it means. It could have just been the very serious approach to the disappointment of losing the Rumble. But I found it very, I've done enough for this company. Time it does for me. It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe from Cena. Drew for the win. The greatest of all time, John Cena, my favorite wrestler of all time. Again, to a lot of people, John Cena's the GOAT. And he carried the company when there wasn't much support around carrying said company. Drew's got a mic. I thought Drew was mad and then he walked out. Yeah, right? Again, then the reports came out on Monday. Oh, well, there's reports that the thing with Drew McIntyre was highly blown out of proportion. Yeah. Everyone saw him give Damian a dirty look and thought something went wrong, and they ran with it, and everything was fine. Look, he's talking about being angry now. He's addressing the dirt sheet. There you go. He added the dirt sheet report into his storyline, folks. My huge. I like Drew's vest. But yeah, Drew saying I'm my big house, my hot wife, I'm a handsome guy. He's very, very confident, folks. Very happy with himself. Now he's giving Adam Pearce shit. I like it. I think Drew's WrestleMania match will be Damian Priest. I think they might run that back. I don't know if I love it, but I do think that's where it's heading, Damian. I don't think you're incorrect with that at all. Cena needs to lean into a chip on his shoulder. Men's ain't won a match in a year. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And again, that is definitely the possibility here. It's just he's talked a lot about I haven't won, I haven't been able to get a W. I want to go to WrestleMania. So it's a valid point, Mr. MDB. I want to see Fatu destroy everyone in this match. Yeah, I'm really curious to see if Fatu's going to get that opportunity because I say put him in there. He doesn't have to win, but my God, he can do damage. It's terrifying. As here comes Jimmy with a mic. Jimmy with a mic. So Jimmy trying to put a little bit of roast on Drew.
Speaking of roast, I guess I was going to try to come on when you were saying of speaking of causing damage, but yeah,
right.
I like how you're out here of see my vest made from real.
It is ridiculous how many times in a given week that randomly pops in my head during the run of a day.
Bro, you have
crazy.
Trust me, I still chuckle in my own head when you brought up saxophone.
Just a child, man. Can't let old shit
my guy. I at work every now and then the jazz man will play and I have to Bleeding Gums Murphy the shit.
Right. So Jimmy is out here. He's actually cracking jokes at Drew.
I don't mind new Big Jim. He seems perfectly fit for a mid-card title.
100%.
If I want to say no, I can throw a no right in front of this. This man's spitting bars.
I know
the no yeet.
I know. Yeah, you're right. Right. I like you see it running down. The people that we've seen in our chat and online that talk about like the Usos don't really cut good promo. Go back and watch some of the Usos' real work. They cut promos. This is good from Jim. We've seen Jey cut good heartfelt ones. I actually think Jim is better. And I know we've had
that's why you keep misremembering names.
I think Jimmy's the better. Yeah, they're all Jimmy.
You can have the no yeet, but yeah, no. We saw it even with Jey Uso and everything. As now LA Knight, yeah, coming out. But speaking of good promos, but it's
another mic. Holy shit.
Yeah, but everybody forgets that all the bloodline storylines, all the ooses, deuces, if you're out, then I'm out too.
Right. Well, again, and then you look at all that stuff with Sami, like a big part of why Sami got over so well in the bloodline had a lot to do with Jey, because Jey really struggled to keep his shit together with Sami. And nothing like you're not feeling Usi.
Well, and now for everyone that's mad about Jey Uso, are they mad because it's not LA Knight? Like LA Knight was Jey Uso before Jey Uso.
Oh.
LA Knight randomly letting everybody know that it's okay to cry. Be a friend, tell a friend, folks.
100%. I mean, LA Knight took a serious moment to talk to the camera. I wonder if that stems from something. But kind of broke the fourth wall there for a second, talked to the world, and then went back to his promo.
Yeah, man broke the fourth wall, the fifth wall, and was teetering on the fucking sixth wall.
Drew McIntyre, folks.
The end is nigh. The end is nigh. Time to run away. The end is nigh.
The British are coming.
Exactly. Bet you didn't think we knew fucking thesauruses and everything, did you? I know fucking my dinosaurs. I know a thesaurus all the way from a T-Rex.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Who's cutting onions?
Right. Mindless yeet crap. It blows my mind that people struggle with this.
How many people were doing why?
Yeah.
That's the thing is I when I popped on the channel, I was out here. What if you're watching the Wrestling for Life Network? Why? You make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe. Why?
Right. No, I mean, again, it's not just, I mean, there's still people that do the yes chant. Like you ask the fans.
Yeah, that's why I say LA Knight was Jey Uso.
Yeah. Like it's literally, there's a long list. Oh, still over. Ric Flair.
Surprisingly.
Right? Like if you say Ric Flair's name, like stealing someone else's bit, but you say Ric Flair anywhere, people still woo. Like he is no different than anything else that's blown up. Like Austin, like, again, I don't get why it's such a problem for people.
Why? But yeah, he's saying why.
You can have that.
It's equally as stupid for the record. That's fine. I'll be the dancing idiot, but guess what? People are trying to hit me with a quarter, motherfucker. Like that's fine. Like it is what it is. Well, think about it. You even said you've had the Hulkamania. You've had what? You've had Yeet. We've had all of them within like the past year almost and everything. You've been the biggest champion, honestly, for this of crowd engagement, crowd involvement, especially going back to even like Jericho's theme song, all of that. Like getting the crowd involved is instantly where your money's made. You have already won. You are playing with house money.
It's an audience participation sport at times in a lot of ways. And again, we've seen levels and degrees of how it all works out. But the job is to move the crowd. The job is to make the crowd that paid the money to be, so in love with your product that they want to come to the next show. That you make it, you have to go to a WWE show because it's just one of those things. And it's, again, I remember growing up and being a diehard wrestling fan, but having the opportunity to see something like The Undertaker live, you had to go to the show. Just watching it at home, it doesn't do it justice. And that's what they're creating. And that's what you want. You want your fans engaged. This whole sitting around being quiet until someone gets put through a table, I don't get it. Why did you pay to go to a building and not go nuts?
Yeah, I always love paying money to go and watch a movie to not enjoy it. I love spending money to not enjoy things that I spent the money on. Like D Skills H-Town. It's just people on the internet that want to find something to complain about.
Right.
You have an internet heavy 7% to the 93 that's out there that's paying tickets. Like Christ, I saw somebody that was running through the numbers for the Royal Rumble just this year, just a couple days ago, that was almost doubling merch sales, was the highest gate. Again, it's funny when we say that after every WWE show was the highest gate. That feels like it's now just goes with the title of the show.
Sorry, just real quick. We just went to commercial break, but literally we are getting a yeet kick followed by a yeah kick, by a yeet, by a yeah, and Drew McIntyre taking a beating by both men going into the commercial break.
Roll coming out of it, yeah, but it's a
no yeet. But Go ahead.
All right, we both went polite at the same time, but yeah, no. To me, it's again, just enjoy the fucking wrestling. Like, not everything has to be super serious all the time, and at the same time, it's king over. Of this company is doing double merch sales on Royal Rumble, doing highest gates upon highest gates upon highest gates, and everything like. That's not just doing it because, oh, well, he said the silly little word. Like, no, it's cooking.
Right? It works. It works. Again,
Right.
we've seen a lot of it. I don't think there's any question. To me, everyone has like a friend or an aunt or a cousin that like you could all be sitting around having a good time, and it's like, did everyone like the chocolate cake? And there's one person in the room that goes, "It's a little too chocolatey." That's what it is. It's like just enjoy it. It was good. We all had a good time. Like, just enjoy it. Why do you got to find that one thing? It could be a little every time.
Yeah, but then there's that other person that is out there when it's like the moist when it's the burnt chocolate cake, and they're like, "This is delicious."
But LA breaking up the count. We are getting
this match.
What's that? Oh, who I got? This one's a tough one to call. I thought Jim would be fun. But
well, I heard your theory and I don't agree with it.
Right? I think Jim would be fun.
Yeah, but it's gonna be Drew.
Jimmy.
Yeah,
how do you
so
Drew address the dirt sheets in his promo?
Well, again, this is the same man that publicly and posted it, said, if you didn't hear from me or from WWE, it ain't true.
Right.
And everybody, the second they heard a story that wasn't from him or anyone that he said was going to report it accurately, it wasn't true.
Right. It's like Walter from Jeff Dunham. Right? Everyone's got somebody like that. Right? And no matter what you do, you're like, hey, man, I got a brand new car. He's like, did you pick that color? You're like, shit, bro, why? Like, doesn't matter what you bring to them. Here's $1 million. Oh, I wanted $1.5 million.
Right. Well, it's the fucking Statler and Waldorf in the Muppets in the fucking mausoleum and everything outside.
Yeah.
Well, did they botch again? Yeah.
And it's always the people that aren't doing shit. That's the thing that kills me. It's always the people that you ain't doing shit, but you know everything.
Dave Meltzer.
The
circle gets the square with that one, but Drew walking tall right now. But
and there was
go ahead.
There was like a 17-minute build for this match. 3 promos. It took forever.
Well, up until we saw Jey, Cody, Jacob, this would have been the main event. We still have had no Alexa, even.
No Alexa yet. Tozawa, Carmelo, and Charlotte.
Let's go. I'm going to keep yelling Alexa, just hoping everyone at home that has an Alexa that's listening to us just kicks on right now.
We did it to mine the other night.
There you go.
Right?
I have a Google Home, so it doesn't even have a true command. It'll just randomly pop on and just scare the bejesus out of me.
Oh, so Jey taking all the shots to the table.
Jimmy. That is Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Jey is yeet. Jimmy is no yeet.
I advocate for these guys so hard, can't keep them straight.
Not at all. We're sitting there saying, now Jey is clearly defined. You know who's who when it comes to this brother tag team division, this twin tag division. And you're like, no, I don't.
I just hear a rumor AEW was up for sale. I haven't heard that. I don't believe that. No.
Well, so commercial break. Talking about things. Do we want to get a little bit more into how, imagine if I was to sell a show in another country for X amount of stadium seating and everything like that, of fully pack it out. I sell it all this way and everything. And just for some reason, I end up having to move it to a much smaller venue. I don't reimburse anyone that bought tickets for the stadium-y type show or anything like that.
Okay.
They now everybody that bought hotels, bought travel, transportation, anticipated being close to the show is now significantly farther away. But I never planned this this to ever be a pay-per-view or anything. Just because I went international and was renting out a stadium and everything, never went international. I kind of seemed like an asshole now one night.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, there's a lot of cloud around the topic that you're bringing up, and for those who didn't get it, it's the whole debacle that has become Grand Slam. This has been so strange on so many levels. Like just the starting point before even getting into all the issues you just brought up.
Yeah.
We didn't find out really till this Wednesday when it was really going to be on, where we would find it.
Fully know because it's TV.
Really know. Like you didn't know, like were you just so eager to book it and put a feather in your cap and call it Tonaroni? Like, was it you were just could not wait? So you didn't realize you'd be up against the All-Star game. You didn't realize that you'd be up against, and maybe Vengeance.
You just signed a TV deal with these people. How did you not know that?
Right? Like, it just seems odd. And it feels like, again, I feel like, and maybe because they thought, well, it's a tape show, but they made it feel like a big deal when they did this big announcement and they were going to do this big stadium show in Australia. And it's just been disintegrated into who gives a shit. We'll be here for Vengeance Day.
Grand Slam has turned into a giant whiff. That's really what it boils down to, because like, even for those who don't know, everybody sat there, bought tickets at stadium price, stadium show, bought, stay and lodging around that, and then now have to go to a whole other part of the country to go and watch the show,
right?
Which may air on a tape delay in the US whenever the dunk contest ends. Solid fucking booking, Tony.
It just seems odd. It all seems odd. And it just feels like there's a lack of communication internally. It feels like there's a lack of communication externally. It was almost like the kid that did, you're in trouble, so you're kind of hiding from mom and dad. That's what it felt like, Tony. Like he knew this doesn't, like he knew that didn't go well.
All my messy room under the rug. They'll never know.
Like he's just trying to hide a little bit. But it's a bad look. It's a bad look. It's a bad vibe. It's not good press, and AEW needs some good press.
Yeah, they had it for like a week in 2025, and it all went away. That's true. Suplex of LA, who hits a superplex on Jim A.
Yes, folks. I know we kind of got caught on a side topic there for a second, but hell of a match going on, triple threat, and we get wow. Drew with the sit-up.
Well, Drew is still a specimen. Like, I know we've talked about it. We're probably going to get Drew versus Damien, which surprisingly has a year's worth of build to an extent, because of the cash-ins and everything else. But yeah, Drew being now the kind of new focal point of SmackDown, I don't think is too bad, especially if you've got such and such, your Romans and everything, your CM Punks, all of that either moved to Raw or already on Raw. Yeah, I tried to read that earlier, and the space-time continuum didn't make it make sense.
Your fish does not need a chair, but I have many potatoes in my suitcase, so I feel tree smile. And the 2-2, Jay breaks it up. Right? Jim breaks it up. Posterior of the rug, spiral, and tornado a jewel. That's beautiful, man.
Like, what in the
Is it
spy movie? You just say the secret code that unlocks, like, the fucking Winter Soldier from KJ with all that. Like, what was that?
I feel like it's going to be lyrics, and we're going to be like, oh, but
what lyrics is that?
I don't know. Oh, 2. LA barely got that shoulder up.
What?
I said LA barely got his shoulder up.
Yeah. Well, is it interesting that the rumor was that Drew and LA had the issue, and now it's Drew and LA in the match?
Right. And Drew looks like an absolute star. Takes up both men. Again, conflated shit. It's funny that Drew said what he said tonight, touching on the fact that I was really upset. Like, yeah, it's the funniest thing because every time wrestling gets a little real, people on the internet panic. There's real anger, there's real emotion. You're like, wait, you got you can't have it.
It's so weird.
Oh,
no. LA fired up on Big Jam. Irish, well, almost an Irish whip. But
big kick.
Step up at Ziri. Yeah, when it fits the narrative, it's a scripted show is the same as watching a Marvel movie. When you need it to fit another narrative, it's the same, like a UFC fight and everything. Little Nate goes flying. Drew pulls him out.
Little Nate gets the heat treatment from Drew.
Right.
That should be his finisher from now on. The yeet treat.
The yeet defeat.
Right. Jam going to the top. Give it to him. I'm down with Jim winning this. Oh shit, no, LA. Little Nate. 1, 2. 2. Little Nate's just recovered. And I hate that though a little bit because you can see it even when Jimmy jumped off of. He jumped into a top rope, nothing. Oh, did you see that?
Decleater Claymore. Drew McIntyre.
Over. Drew had enough and put a pin in it.
He put a pin, he put a fist, foot, boot, or stick in your way.
A 2-for-1 Claymore, bro.
Yeah, that's a weapon of mass shoot destruction.
Like he just went 8-ball corner pocket.
Yeah, he picked up the 9-10 split there.
Right? That's actually better. Who's your pick between Kenta and Ricky Starks? Kenta probably because Kenta's sticking around.
Yeah, Kenta because Kenta's still going to be working the indies. Ricky's just running out the clock.
Right. If you owned AEW, who would you hire as a booker? That's a long conversation. We've had it kind of before about some of the names out there for bookers. Us. Yes. Let's go. Yep.
Well,
enough said.
I'll ask the question because as Drew's out here celebrating it, and again, so already for the men's elimination chamber, you've got Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, and John Cena, and that's just half your lineup. And if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what the will.
Right.
But did you see the reports coming out? Well, words from Jimmy Jacobs, take them for what you will, of how him and Tony Khan would go on drives and just listen to the Jim Cornette podcast.
I believe that. I believe it. Part of my theory with some of the things that have happened is I almost feel like he was listening to like a Jim and other critics. He listens, but it's almost out of spite. You think I should be doing it? I'm not going to do it just because you said I should.
Braun's back squaring to Damian. I thought you just got caved in by Jacob.
Oh, shit.
So next week qualifier, Damian Priest, Braun Strowman. Damian's winning.
Nick Bray, if you're out there, I'll see you in a few minutes. My bad. That's on me.
You got, illegally flagged.
Braun and
You
Damian
were
in the back.
responding to the high sticking and got called for the high sticking.
Right. It's like when in hockey you can get called for embellishment, but you still get the penalty. So like the guy faked it, but you still get the tripping penalty. It's like a weird kind of thing for me. But that's kind of what happened there. Sorry, Nick. Casualty of
don't
the
apologize to me, but yes, no, we love you, but yeah, you got you got a couple minutes in the box unnecessarily.
Right. Good for Drew. As we are getting a look back at Raw and getting the replay of what KO did to Sami.
As I'm in commercial.
I am also in commercial. I'm getting a 2K commercial. Looks
yes,
insane.
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, this is. I mean, I still got the PS4, but yeah.
Now when you were on break, I did bring this up, and I know you've kind of picked Cena in this process. Were you surprised by his attitude at the media scrum? And they actually took their time to point it out tonight and talk about it during broadcast.
Oh, absolutely. It teeters and totals and everything along that line of heelish, dickish, a little bit of that, but I don't know if the last time that Cena's going to be around is the one time you actually turn him heel. I could still see him, and I think it's justified and it's warranted to at least give a bit of an edge to him of this is my last run.
Yeah.
I have done everything for this company. I'm going to cash my fucking chips in before I leave. I think that I can see where that could go with a heel, like I think you're talking about. But I think he totes that line a little bit of he can justify the 17 with I'm cashing in my chips.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it does set up if you do get Cena, Cody, it does allow Cena to kind of have more of an attitude and kind of give him the whole, yeah, you might be running with the ball now, but I was the one that got us here when you were just a punk and you ran away from this company and I was carrying it on my back, blah, 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 blah. I wonder if it opens that door a little bit.
Does he just become the voice for a la Seth Punk of when you were smashing thrones, I was out here building them type of conversation?
Yeah, that kind of vein. I'm surprised they have been allowed to run this package power bomb angle. I don't know why not.
Because they sell it, unlike another company.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think we're good with it. I like it.
Selling a devastating move or a move that looks devastating as a devastating move, I see no issue.
Right. Hold the phone. Is Penta Penta has not been announced as in a qualifier for the Elimination Chamber to my knowledge as of yet.
No, sir. We have half of the lineup set up. I assume Seth might be in it. Roman's out indefinitely TBD, so I think I thought he was going to be in it. I think he'll be out now to set up a later match and keep him strong, but yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if part of it is just because it's like, again, it's not, I think because you can blur that line and kind of make this an exception, you're not going to have everybody throwing pile drivers next week. I think that's what plays so well into this angle is KO's doing something that, has been banned forever. I get why, but I think running the storyline is perfectly A-okay.
That's what makes the storyline. The storyline is because it is the banned move, because it is the devastating move. It is the move that sidelines people. It is the move that cripples careers and everything. Absolutely.
It's true. KO in the chamber. I'm down.
Remember when Ospreay lost his marbles and couldn't find a smile for a bit with the Tiger Driver? It's a little close. It's what they could have done with that.
Yeah, they're the same idea, right? Like where it wasn't as self-imposed, and I don't know what it is. But if you're gonna run that angle, the person you hit with the move has to be hurt and out. They can't be on the next show with you.
Oh yeah. I think Ospreay just did like the babyface version of it. Like,
Right.
I didn't mean to hurt you versus KO's out there like, I'm a fuck you up.
Right. As we are getting a replay from Monday, as we've been talking about, Sami loses to Punk. They show each other a sign of respect. Kind of going back to that old ROH day.
Mm-hmm.
And then another ROH alum. KO destroys Sami Zayn.
Kevin Owens is having the year that Drew McIntyre had last year.
Yeah, KO hit the ground running. He built a lot of momentum late 2024. I still say he's got the best out of Cody Rhodes for my money. He really had Cody on his toes. I liked it a lot. I love this for Kevin. The rumor is he signed a 5-year contract. If that's true, congratulations to him. I don't see him going anywhere. Look how they book him. The best thing that ever happened to Kevin Owens was Vince McMahon. Like, he must have looked up. Like, he gave us the Drew McIntyre when he heard Vince was leaving. Oh, we got him on screen.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, boss. I got 4 KJs out here.
Right.
You see the servers? I want to mention how KJ announced, but how Kevin Owens announced that he's got a 5-year contract earlier today. But I want to hear this promo first.
Okay.
Well, because I like this that now he's just, I'm going to cut my promo. He's an indie wrestler. He's cutting promos in his car. Shout out Big Ben, the Shindy God who does all the videos.
He is the indie guy. He's staying true.
Right, but Kevin's pointing out exactly what I said with Sami. Cody was climbing, and Sami, you just stood there. You didn't do anything.
I gave that big rant on Monday when it happened, Nick, and some of the people said why, and I said that when it happened at the Rumble, we were like, "Uh-oh, you can't just watch your boy go down like that." So, yeah, how dare you? How dare you be idle? How dare you be a passenger? How dare you just sit there and watch it go by? I don't care if you like him. You love me. You're my best friend. You go get him. And it's gaslighting. It's resentful.
Kevin Owens is fully with just my bullshit is your bullshit, and your bullshit is my bullshit.
Right? You're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. He is clear and direct on his message.
He is Drew McIntyre of 2024. And even when he did the whole little in-car promo segment with Michael Cole, we'll cross that bridge when we get there when it came to Sami. I feel like he took that bridge and just set it ablaze.
Right. Indecision
is a decision, and that's a fucking true-ass statement. The decision to do nothing is still a decision.
So nerve damage. You got extreme nerve damage, a sore neck, did they say? I don't know. We're moving on.
I got Tozawa. We're moving on from that to Tozawa.
A little palate cleanser for everybody. Tozawa going to be
little rest break here for everybody.
Right. Here's the idea: Kevin Owens versus Sami, Hell in a Cell. Can't stick everybody in a cell. Will they do like a last man standing? Maybe. Would they do like maybe an Iron Man? There's a million stipulations. We can't just keep throwing the angry people in the cell.
When you constantly give all the matches the same stipulation, the stipulation doesn't feel special anymore. It's almost like when we did a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. A last man standing, to me, if we're gonna throw a stip on it, would be the best stip. Or and I quit.
Yeah, I quit.
Something around that of like, this is the end all be all. This is the end game here.
Right. Yeah, I agree. As we're getting the replay, I show speed.
I do speed out here, about to get speared by Braun Breaker.
This is the first time I see KJ and KO on the same time. Pre-recording is a thing.
Time travel.
Right.
Space-time continuums.
Nobody said I was live.
Nick Ray. He's made it out the box. He got his 5 minutes for ice skating. Penalty box was a good time.
Nick, my guy, I apologize. My deepest apologies, sir. I literally slipped the trigger. I was
decided flag.
I was putting a spammer in the penalty box as a little warning, and Nick got caught in the crossfire. The chat moved faster than my brain did.
You get caught in that crossfire with that max spread.
Right.
Yeah, I got Carmelo coming out right now.
That's funny as hell. Penalty box was a good time.
That's the best response. That's the best response.
Yeah, we've had some other ones not go so well. What the fuck, bro?
Get mad. And the show slows down.
Right? Tozawa was going to beat him.
Fuck off.
We're
long enough to by far in the video. I can say that now. So just no. Fuck off. No, please. How do you feel the Carmelo experience has worked so far?
Fine.
Fair. Well, I agree with you. The way you shouted was going to be that it's been a colossal failure. But yeah.
No, I think it's been good. I think some wrestling fans out there get a little impatient with certain things and forget, like, a rookie season is a rookie season. Like, we got a long way to go with some of.
Not everybody's out here Jaden Daniels in it.
Yeah, and I mean, if we push everybody right away, or if we push everybody at the same time, we end up with everybody pushed, and it doesn't work. We only have so many main events. Carmelo's been fine. He's been in the relevant stories. Hot and cold, won some, lost some, mix it up with guys like LA Knight. It's been good. To me, it's been solid.
So they fucked up and delayed on the commercial break there. Tozawa was hyping up after a crossbody that was supposed to cut to the commercial, and then they dragged it out. They started to toss him into the ring.
Right. As I do have Tozawa raining down fists. We are 3 minutes away from the start of the show. Nick, how do you feel about a word from our sponsor?
Fair enough, as we're almost an hour into the show, not the start of the show.
Get yours today, folks. Right, Nick?
Absolutely, 100%. We got everything out there for your pro wrestling needs. We got all the finest threads in the pro wrestling game. We got everything you need out there. And trust me, we're constantly coming up with new ideas, fresh off the presses. So 100%. You got the Tea Time with Anthony shirts, fresh off the Jericho Cruise. You got the Jared Hogan shirt. You can hate two wrestlers at the same time.
My bad.
Yeah, I was like, all right, you're just about to just run it again. I thought you were literally about to Jey Uso me. One more time.
No, not this time.
Your turn now, my guy.
We are back to the action, Carmelo and Tozawa. But yes, go check out our store. We got lots going on there. And remember, if you take a sign with our logo on it to a wrestling show and prove it to us, we will send you a t-shirt for doing so.
Absolutely. And we got the dual predictions title holders and everything like that. And so I know
James getting a t-shirt.
James already reached out. So 100% James, again, just let me know. Yes. Let us know what t-shirt you want.
And Rebecca is asked that we pass her winnings on. And I know where we're going to pass it on to. So, but yes, James and Casey will get a t-shirt. And when other lucky viewers going to get a t-shirt.
There you go. So when you see someone that's got, a Philadelphia Eagles or a Buffalo Bills Super Bowl 59 t-shirt, they'll be also wearing a t-shirt.
Right? Yeah, right. Let's go.
Well, I was going to mention this since I'm still in commercial. Did you see that it was a halfway way of Kevin Owens to announce that he had signed a 5-year deal?
Yes.
With the Girl Scout cookies, which, by the way, the link is still up and legit because, I might order me some Girl Scout cookies. I'm a sucker for a Thin Mint or a Samoa. And not a Samoan, but a Samoan.
This is a bad night to be saying that out loud, sir. You got your pick.
Have that. That ain't what I'm
buffet here.
Exactly.
Tozawa, Carmelo taking the mood down for everybody. We're all like,
everyone gets quiet as the mood drops.
Right? Like, so how's your week going, bro? No.
This is when that awkward coworker walks into the break room right now. All of a sudden, you act like you weren't just talking about them.
Yeah, right.
See, that's Carmelo's fared as best I thought he could to an extent, maybe a slight bit more, but why did he run in that turnbuckle like his head was a magnet? Like it didn't work. It was a little slop jalop. He just
was a little short.
Got a magnet in his skull.
He like moonwalked on his knees. It was interesting, but he got there. He got there.
You're gonna be fucking right, and Tozawa's gonna win this, and I'm gonna be pissed.
Right? Yeah, it feels like this should. Tozawa's been there for 8 years. The poor guy that was like people were giving him shit.
How has Tozawa been there for 8 years and Duke Hudson gets cut after 6 years?
Tozawa's been amazing. But did you see his tweet about like I've been in the company for 8 years? That was my first entrance in the Royal Rumble. Next year, I hope to get like 1 foot closer.
Put one foot in front of the other.
But I thought, what an amazing sentiment, right? Like the guy's like, I never got that.
It's so great when Duke Hudson, a guy that could actually do something, you just let him walk by the fucking wayside. While Akira Tozawa out there just somber tones and somber moods.
Right. You're better than me, Nick. We just keep talking about him. Come on. Duke Wellington is Duke Wellington. He's all right. Wade Barrett, number 2.
Oh, step up.
Akira has international appeal, Nick.
Who?
He's
not even over in Japan, and he's from fucking Japan.
I was gonna say he doesn't have domestic appeal.
He doesn't have domestic, international, local, external, internal appeal.
Two.
He's appalling instead of appealing.
Oh, we love Tozawa. Come on. Listen.
No, we don't. No, we don't. I don't.
I didn't call Tozawa by his name for like 3 years. He was simply the ninja.
You can't call Jey Uso by his name. Carmelo with a back elbow. Small package roll through, the most devastating move in pro wrestling. As again, the small package. The most offensive maneuver in this match has been a small package.
I think the match has been good. Oh, DDT. I actually like this match.
He must work at Amazon. It's a bunch of small packages.
Yeah, I like that one. What's up, Acoustic? Nothing but net. There it is.
This match was nothing but regret.
Nothing but regret. Well played.
This match should have been played somewhere else.
Y'all didn't have to do Tozawa like that. No, not at all.
Yes, the fuck we did. Yes, the fuck we did. Sometimes it needs to happen. Sometimes you need to air some shit out.
Right?
But well, what I had initially tried to halfway get with a thought there of is, where do you like, would Trick be above where Carmelo's at if roles were reversed, or if you pulled Trick up or anything? Like, to me, they seem
I just think it was a
there's
nice,
a little par for the course.
yeah. And I mean, again, we would talk about a young Carmelo who's clearly, a guy that they like, a guy with a lot of upside. It's just a nice, I think someone, it might have been MDB or someone else, said it was just a showcase match. And, Tozawa makes it a little bit competitive, but you're never really that nervous. And Carmelo picks up a nice little win. Not a huge win, but a
See,
W.
but I get nervous because of the fact that Tozawa made it competitive. Tozawa's not a guy who should make it competitive. Tozawa, that's a match that should have been 5 minutes, and Bob's your uncle, we're out of here.
It wasn't much longer than 5, though. I mean, again, I never felt like Tozawa wasn't whooping the shit out of him. Tozawa got in some offense, but I think, okay, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Fair enough.
This match, it doesn't move the needle huge, guys. Like, this wasn't a career defining match. It's just putting Carmelo in front of the people.
I think it might have been MDB, or I know somebody in the chat said it. I don't want to give MDB all the credit. He gets enough credit as it is. But saying that how this was more of a showcase match for Carmelo than anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I feel this was, right? And you wanted to see him take some bumps in that, especially if you are running the show. You want to see, all right. I mean, and again, it's not his first time, but you're trying to develop this talent. You put him on the defense, you give him some pointers, and ultimately he gets a win. The crowd you don't want the crowd to forget a young guy, right?
Yeah, but you also want the crowd to be behind a young guy, and
well,
I don't know that. What?
He's a heel, so they're good. I mean, again, it wasn't anything. It was just
he's also been out. He's been the same guy that shows up on all the dark matches and everything gets squashed by Cody or by Jacob because he tries to interject himself with that. He's the guy that just is always there just to be there. As Charlotte Flair.
That's my cue. I'll be right back.
There you go. This man went running for the hills. This man found out Charlotte Flair was divorced. He's like, so you're saying I got a chance? But I'm in commercial break, folks. 100%. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Again, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. We're back at it like a jackrabbit on Sunday for the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl. We'll see. We're not covering just wrestling out here. 100%. We're going to see what's going to happen. Who's going to get over? Is it going to be, the Kansas City refs and the Taylor Swifties versus the Philadelphia Eagles? There's a long one from Acoustic Architect. I read that some people had a problem with the Royal Rumble and the outcome of some of the matches. I personally thought it was great from start to finish. I don't know what the big deal was. To most people, it seems for the simple fact that Charlotte Flair won and it was too much of the same thing all the time. It was a bit low Cena win, low Charlotte win. And then for the exact same opposite reason, everyone was mad because Jey Uso won, because it wasn't the expected outcome, because it was something new, it was something fresh, something in the moment, in the now, that everyone wanted with the Charlotte win. So again, very contradictory, very hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. I still can't even say the word when I tried to make the joke twice, but I digress. Andre the Giant. Sure, I don't know where we got there. Perfectly put, Nick. Totally agree with you. Absolutely. There you go. Yeah, even though I was out there, you give him all the easy words. Hip hop anonymous. Damien, next week we got the beefy Elimination Chamber qualifying match between Damian Priest that's a fucking triple threat. I had no idea that was a triple threat. I thought it was just Damian Priest versus Braun Strowman. Can anyone else out there confirm that this is a triple threat, because my predictions and my choices and my opinions and my statements might change if it is a triple threat. Because if Jacob Fatu is in that match, that's Jacob Fatu in an elimination chamber with John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, as we saw tonight. Oh, Hip Hop Anonymous. My rhymes are bottomless. we're right in a hot 16 right now. Let's see if we can ghost write better than Drake. How about that? But wait, no, he might sue us. Priest and Braun, we're talking about him. Fair. So they were talking about him. Does that mean he's in the match? Because I need to know that. It seemed like it was Priest and Braun setting up a match, and initially it feels like we're setting up where it's halfway kind of figured out. We're setting up Priest versus Drew, since Priest eliminated Drew in the Rumble, and that was the moment of controversy. But yeah, Jacob Fatu in there would be, that's a super wild card. As we again had a video package hyping up Evolve on Tubi March 5th, I believe. Chilling on my boy Drake. Yeah, no, they're not like us. One's performing at the halftime, one's out there doing his best cosplay of many men. But Jerry the King Lawler, why are we bringing up the King? Hey, the King is in attendance. From one king to another. I am the Wing King. I won our wing of the ring and everything, even though it might have been under some, cage out there with the false start. Anthony, I'm still waiting for your evidence that you beat me on that paddle, but I digress. Yes. So Jerry the King Lawler in attendance, and I'm glad to still see King out there, good health, still involved, still dealing with the WWE R-Truth and Tozawa right now. You never give up, Tozawa, as he instantly just drops him. Jey and R-Truth. So R-Truth dapping up Jey. That was a little side chuckle of R-Truth. You never give up. Drops Tozawa just to go and say hi to Jey Uso. And has to go and back him. Ooh. Cody, how you feeling about WrestleMania? I'd like to go face to face with you at WrestleMania, but I also got some personal beef. So it's very clear at this point. This is Jey stopped in. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Get this nice little match, and then we're going to set up towards Gunther and Jey going into WrestleMania. I've got Charlotte Flair coming out right now. Awkward moment with Tozawa and R-Truth. No, funny moment. Everyone, Jerry the King pops up on the screen. Everyone, puppies, the King. Where's Andy Kaufman when you need him? Charlotte out here. And I mean, I know I'm not on the hippest and the hoppingest and the latest of, fashions and everything. And especially being a male talking about a female, but she's out here looking like she got in a fight with pink spaghetti. Like, I don't get the attire. She was out here before on Monday as April O'Neil. I'm just now excited and anticipating when we get the Tiffany Stratton Charlotte Flair interaction, because that, to me, we've talked about it for the longest time, of that's the match that's happening at WrestleMania. Just book that already on your fantasy cards, because that's the one that's happening. Charlotte built like the number one. Yeah. And there's no backside. She built like a straight line, but yeah. Chris Strickland, Jerry Lawler looks like he recovered. Absolutely, 100%. It's always good to see the King out there. Still, honestly, looking not too far off from when he was out there doing commentary with JR. Dale Campbell, Charlotte looks smoking. Jiminy Crick. Yeah. Go on. I prefer Gunther and Jay. Also, I believe the only time Gunther should ever lose is putting someone over at WrestleMania. Double-edged sword there. There you go. 100%. Charlotte, hi, Memphis. So what's it going to be tonight? Do you love me? Do you hate me? As we get the much bigger reaction for that, and I don't mind that. That's a nice little way of... I know what the reaction is going to be. Is she just even money? Now, she would have said Monet or had a puppet. It might have been a bit better, but yeah. Again. I am wrestling's obsession. So, terrible cologne, overpriced behind the security gate cologne. What? Shout out to dude that's got a sign saying, Tiffy, it's queen time. You think that I think because my last name is Flair that I think I'm better than everyone? No, I just know I'm better than everyone. Yeah. She's a natural heel, yes. Go on, 100%. I know I'm pretty much just recapping her promo, but yeah. She works better. She's so much a la her father, whether it be facelifts, divorces, heel work, what have you. She just naturally works off better, cuts a promo better, works in ring better as a heel. The babyface thing, it's Everest a little bit for her to climb. Marlon Wayans, is that you? Oh. Can we shut up? She is bad as straight. 316. Hey, got this shit going back to back. Charlotte dressed like Britney Spears in 2024 and 2002 at the same time. Facts. Tiffany! It's Tiffy time. See, speaking of Tiffy time, this feels like a little bit like this is Charlotte from back in the day. Like, this is the evolution. It is a mystery. Yeah, this is the next form of Charlotte Flair to an extent. I don't know, though, because Tiffany comes out and everyone initially pops, but I'm seeing a lot of people just phones in hands and a lot of no claps and stares. So we'll see, like, this. We had the segment on Monday Night Raw that teased, hinted at the running it back between Charlotte and Rhea. And I don't know fully if how people react to this segment between Tiffany and Charlotte is going to pivot which way they go. I think fully this should be, could be, would be, is be the direction that they go. But I'm surprised Tiffany, her whole walk out, the crowd just stopped and stared. But Tiffany with a microphone. Tiffy time. Them thanks is thanking. Yeah, Ludwig. I like Tiffany strictly for athleticism, but she has similar to equivalent athleticism as Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair's known for her moonsault. Tiffany's got the prettiest moonsault ever. Love me some tippy time. Well, I got me some sippy time, some tippy time, all of that. This is the breast segment of the night. MDB. Ronan is Tiffy time. Tiffy should retain at Mania. If they have the match, that's what I'm hoping. Makes the most sense. You don't think there's other women claiming to be on top? She's the fucking champ. Like, what are we? Charlotte, I get it. You're kind of playing the greatest hits, but like Tiffany, as much as you want to big dog her and everything, she's a champion. You only got like 3 options unless you're going to go all weird and like, what are you going to take on like Becky just cause? What? Pop for Tiffany's. Yeah, so Tiffany's even saying, pick me. Tiffy time. Tiffy time. When I was in the ring with Rhea, I saw a kid. When I'm in the ring with you, I see a child. So I tell you what, Tiffy. What in the... As out comes Nia, and hi, am I wrong? In this segment's just bad.
I don't know what the issue you're having is with like Tiffany's getting a huge reaction.
Charlotte, my issue is that Charlotte's acting like she's in the position of control here.
She is like, as far as she's concerned, she is the top dog. She is the greatest. She is number one. Doesn't matter who has the belt. That's why she said a lot of women think they're on top. Get in line. Like, just because you think you're at the top doesn't mean you are. As long as I'm around, I'm at the top.
But she has this, and you don't.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Charlotte's always going to do it. Charlotte's not going to come in and act like she's less than. She is the queen. That is the princess. But Nia Jax in the ring.
You don't need to act like you're less than, but you also don't need to be like, you need to get on your hands and knees to beg for me to challenge you. Bitch, I'm the champ. I don't need
a privilege. Yeah, it's a privilege to be in the ring with me. You should be.
It is.
You should be grateful if I choose to wrestle you. So beg for it. You want that? You want to be that WrestleMania main event? I'm guaranteed to be in the main event. You want that spot? Beg me for it.
As
Alexa, yes. Right into the title picture. And the crowd pops.
All I'm say is, Ryan Cabrera, you're a lucky guy. And I still like the little tease with the friend forever, fiend forever.
Right.
Like, I see what you're saying. It just makes me have like acid reflux.
What gave you acid reflux?
With Charlotte.
Okay, yeah, I don't know how else she would have spoken. To me, she came out and said exactly what we would expect her to say.
Moving on.
Real goddess. Nick's like, yeah, no, I think it was great. And that's the match.
I'm 100%. Like, I don't have a counter argument besides we agree to disagree. So
there you go. That's funny, KJ, because I remember Ric Flair having the same attitude about Sting. Yeah, 100%. That's it until Sting got his attention whooping. Exactly. And that's what I think happens at Mania, Big Dog, is that Tiffany does not kneel to the queen. Tiffany has her moment at Mania. I think that's a really nice setup But yeah, it's that old. We've seen it before. The old guard, the new guard, and you flex on them. You push them down. You make them earn the respect that you feel like they need to earn from you.
You get on your knees and kiss my feet and everything. It was the same promo as Nia, though. Like, that's the thing, is it was a redundant even promo and an angle to go
What
with
do you
that.
mean?
Nia literally said the exact same thing in a promo before.
Charlotte. No, but I mean, again, Charlotte's had this promo before. They're the same sentiment, and the idea of like beg, yeah, like I said, Charlotte is the queen. So you want to be at the Mania main event, you need me to do it. If I go challenge Rhea, everybody forgets about Tiffany.
Like I said, I halfway see your point. I'm agreeing to disagree, and we'll move along.
Okay, we'll move along.
Yeah, no, well, I get what you're saying. I don't agree with it, and that's I don't. That's where we're at.
Okay, reporting that Paul Ellering has been released. Well, that's thoughts go out to him, but yeah, okay. We'll see if we can confirm that. Alexa needs some wins before she gets title shot. She will. She's going to Chamber, Vance. This is setting up her match with Candice LeRae up next to get into the Elimination Chamber. So Alexa's not, but you're just reminding everybody, hi, and this is what you do with a former champ. You don't return from injury, return from a sabbatical, and act like you were never a champion. You remind everybody that you matter, and Alexa just put everybody on notice.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and my still biggest question, and I think the biggest question floating around with Alexa is the Wyatt Six involved? Is that a situation that revamps, that puts the spark plug into the Wyatt Six a bit?
Maybe. Now Damien's saying that Authors of Pain released from WWE as well. That's interesting. I haven't heard either. So
yeah, I see you going back to that for a reason, but yeah, I haven't seen anything. I mean, we're here live watching the show, not on the Twitterverses, so I haven't seen. It would be really crazy, I feel, post like the same week after the Royal Rumble, WWE just goes on this mass release spree. Yeah.
well, I mean, heading into Rumble at times, and I mean coming out of Rumble, because they kind of look at Rumble not Rumble, Mania being kind of that reset point. We've seen it in the past around springtime. They do a little spring cleaning, so to speak. So might be a little bit early, but yeah, WWE releases Paul Ellering. Nothing about Authors of Pain.
Fair enough. Well, I guess some people figure come see, come saw. But yeah, Paul Ellering, he was nothing but a poor man's baker throwing out flour. So yeah.
Right. Alexa versus Tiff sounds like box office. Could be. I'm pretty sure Alexa and most people, Tiff and most people. I like the fan reaction Tiff's getting right now. People are really behind the Tiffy time. We've seen it grow and grow. Oh, because we are off and running 100%. 100% of the chat is taking Alexa. We never get 100%.
I was gonna say that she's in rarefied air of it's Alexa Bliss, and I think there might have been one other match we had that gotten 100%.
100%. Nobody picking Candy LaRue.
Well, I mean, even if you go off the 2K ratings, one's like an 86 and the other's like a 71.
Well, yeah, we're off and running, folks. Let me know how you're feeling out there. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Oh. Yes, he was. Fightful Select has reported it. Okay. I haven't seen the confirmation of that, so stay tuned. But Paul Ellering, I do see. I do not see anything yet.
Now is this going to be one of those of it came from Wessel votes instead of Wrestle votes,
right?
And everything.
Oh, crowd pretty quiet at the moment.
Show your tibbies.
Down boy.
Hey. Miss Bliss should be her name. No, we don't need a Miss Tessmacher or Miss Brooks or anything like that. We don't. This ain't WCW or TNA or anything. It's already provocative with the Twisted Bliss.
Right.
Well, did you see Andy out there training with Dexy again and everything? Index might still be a thing.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
Yeah.
Alexa versus Siri.
Echoes the special guest referee.
Right.
Google Holmes on commentary.
Candice LeRae in complete control of Alexa Bliss right now, by the way.
Interesting, though. Did you think this would be a competitive match or a squash?
That'd be a little bit of compete to it. Candice has been getting some love, getting some TV time. I don't expect her to lose quickly, but I don't expect her to run it to the edge. Kind of similar to what we saw earlier. Yeah, hold down the baby face for a little bit, give the fans a little bit of a reason to cheer when she fires up. We're good to go.
Fair enough.
Oh, Candice knocking Alexa off the turnbuckle.
Yeah, you still want Alexa's first match back and everything like that. Show she's got something still in the gas tank and everything. Oh, there we go.
Except she's in there with Candice.
What? Oh, I thought she was about to hit the Twisted Bliss.
Oh, out on the apron.
I thought she would have hit it then, and it would have been, Candice smashed her face on the canvas. But yeah, no, I thought if she would have ended it then, it would end up solid end of the match. So we're going to the commercial with Candice doing the Gargano Ciampa taunt.
Right. So yeah, we headed into a commercial break. Candice in control of this matchup. We're rolling on. Like I said, 100% of the chat thinking Alexa's going to win this one. I think we're all there. So we will see. The action does continue on this side. It's just more of the same.
There you go. There you go.
Alexa, you don't need to be with a failed pop star. You can be.
That man's out there with the nickname. It should have been me.
It should have been me.
Yeah. I will legit physically hurt you. Alexa is my girl. Anthony ready to throw hands.
Shit getting heated in that chat.
I will fight you over Alexa.
I like this one. Oh.
I just we got on one of Stacy Keibler had legs.
Right. Women that dye their hair a lot eventually lose it all, says my wife. Yeah, that's what happened to me. Too many dye jobs when I was young.
Yeah, this man went from pink to purple to getting to orange. This man was Chucky Finster and Punky Brewster all at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true. True story there, Al.
No, I just knew my shit was falling back like a fucking folding chair. So I just tested it out and knew it was going.
Running away from my face.
Exactly. It's running a derby I didn't know it was in.
Right. Cedric got released, AOP and Paul Ellering. Interesting as Candice got Lily.
Ooh. I think you were on a pause when the Cedric conversation came up. You came back with the Ellering thing, and neither one of us yet have really been able to confirm the AOP, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen the AOP report yet, but doesn't mean it didn't happen. I did see the Paul Ellering one, so
yeah.
Is Alexa firing up? Yeah, so maybe there's a few, but yeah, no, I only see the Paul Ellering one so far.
Now, is it interesting that they go on a halfway, I guess, tear of releases after it finally gets announced that Duke Hudson got released all the way back in January?
Oh, like I think we kind of get them in waves, right? So the do cuts in one, I wonder if there was a separate thing, right? Like I said it the other day that generally the cuts kind of come together. If he was released back in January, I wonder if there was something else happening that they deemed the issue. I have no idea. It's simply speculation, but it's rare to have a one-off without something. Like Riddle was a one-off, but he went ham sandwich in a airport.
Yeah, but that's why now seeing that paired or closely followed with this, I don't like which way do you look at it of one was indifferent to the other, or if this was just we throw the first one out and then
Yeah.
the rest follow suit.
Yeah, maybe just in order of I don't know. Duke was
Importance.
Duke was in town.
Sentimental.
They were waiting to bump into the other guys. I don't know.
AOP's been released what 2 or 3 times by now,
right? Oh, Candice been in control for a bulk of this match.
That's why I'm wondering if this is teetering on too much one way. Like we all still know Alexa's gonna win, but like, should this be a bit more dominant performance versus competitive?
No, I mean it's a elimination qualifier, so you want it to be something. And again, right now, this is what you built for. You pissed Alex off, but no pop yet.
1 pop, 2 pop, 3 pop, none. Pop, no pop, no pop, none. I'll be right back.
As Nick taking a pause for the cause, folks, the night rolls on. Alexa on fire, waking the crowd up a little bit for this one. Big clap followed by a punch. Have a good night. Have a good night. If they White 6 to convert Alexa to Lily, I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm surprised. The AOP to me was a team that could have had something. I don't know what it is, what happened. It's like they lost it and could never find it again. Dijak's been a hot minute. He was before the new year. Like he was what, the fall? We see Elias is now with AEW. Be interesting if he will get utilized. Him working with the Righteous has a good vibe for me. It fits really well. Just will they utilize it? Will they use Elias? Will we see him? Oh, missile drop kick. AOP has been released. Yeah, so there you go. There you go. Listen, I believe you. I haven't seen the report. There you go. Now I am seeing confirmation. Authors of Pain officially, according to multiple sources now. Cedric Alexander released in a statement. There you go. There you go. So yeah, some names have dropped off. Again, AOP not used very much. Was the Final Testament going to continue to be a thing? Apparently not. I think they got plans for Cross, and maybe the group was holding that back. Bliss setting it up. Sister Abigail. And Alexa is back. Alexa gets the win, and Alexa will be in the Elimination Chamber. There you go, folks. How'd you feel about it? I don't know about AEW. My only concern with AOP going to AEW is will they be another big tag team like the Gates of Agony that just take L's, like Brian Cage and Lance Archer. MLW works. I mean, could they do something in TNA with Paul Ellering? Yeah. 0-7, see money having a time. Little Miss Bliss is back. So you got Belair, Liv Morgan, and Alexa Bliss so far on the women's side. The men's side stacking up as well. Drew McIntyre being added to that list today. Again, Elimination Chamber looks insane. But Byron in the back with Chelsea and Piper. If you drop a statement full of hate, it would be called a hatement. All right. Okay. But if I'm AOP, I'm getting paid by AEW. Again, it'll be very interesting how intriguing that would be with Tony. Again, they're a bigger team. Tony doesn't do great with the bigger teams, but they're ex-WWE guys. AOP versus Hurt Business. Maybe. But B-Fab and Mission were here interrupting. Halfway through the women's, yes. Vega in the house. Zelina here. So everybody wants that U.S. title. AOP with L-Ring and Dijak in MLW. Maybe. Try and counter the Contra. What's your thoughts on Roxanne getting an Elimination Chamber qualifying match in 2 weeks versus Raquel on Raw? I think it's great for her. Big upside. Could she steal it? Maybe. We do feel like, again, you look at Julia is now the world champion. Stephanie Vacour is going after the North American title, but you have Zarya, Soul, you have a bunch of names. By the way, did Nikita Lyons get hurt again? Did we lose her again? Anybody know? I have no idea, but there's so much talent that we feel like Roxanne's on her way up. So yeah, let her have it. And it wouldn't blow me away, Damian, if she found a way to win it. Jordan Grace is the Scott Steiner of the women's division. That Big Mama Pump. Absolutely, absolutely. Can you imagine Jacob? I kind of want that to go down, Christopher. Yeah, put him in there. Let him absolutely murder that thing. And you have an opportunity there where he looks like an absolute beast. And because of the nature of the match and so many different people involved, he doesn't have to win. You could have a spot where, he takes out somebody, puts them through the glass or whatever, and he's still down when the pin happens. It's that kind of thing where he doesn't have to win. He can look like an absolute force. Doesn't have to win. So, yeah, I want him there. I'd love to see him there. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, let's. Yeah, maybe this is your ting. I think Fatu will definitely be in the chamber. Yeah, I'm kind of there with it. Nikita was. She couldn't pull it off. B-Fab and Zelina, a title run. We'll see. Again, you got enough names. Just want to see. So Cedric, who we just saw going on NXT, kind of work a little bit as a mentor. Now, Cedric, is this going to spark instant Hurt Syndicate rumors? Does Cedric join AEW? Do we get like a Cedric Ricochet match? A Cedric Leo Rush match? Do we get a Cedric Top Flight match? Like, do they have any intent? Do you think Tony would have any intent on trying to bring in Cedric and reuniting him with the Hurt Business? I'm not clicking that one. But Fatu still couldn't Shayna Baszler this chamber. Well, there you go. Cedric the Entertainer out. No more entertaining from Cedric. So we are about a minute away from the end of the commercial break. And I guess I will remind everybody out there once again, Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. We go live. Myself, Big Nick, our Super Bowl party will be here. Make sure you show up. Bring your friends. Let's blow this one up. I want to see a huge stream on Sunday. Bring all your football friends and make sure they like, share, subscribe. But we are back for that show. Then we're back Monday all week long heading towards Vengeance Day and apparently Grand Slam from AEW. We got more coming up. Elimination Chamber a couple weeks away. Crazy times, folks. Crazy times. I will be there. I'll be here. Okay, here's better than there. Cedric, the sports entertainer. I like it. Huge. It's going to be huge. We're going to do it all night long. Breaking news app. There we go. We're letting you all know what's up. Boom, boom. 2-1. Back to the action. Cedric. Oh, yes, we heard people. With Selena Vega on SmackDown, does her husband Malachi Black do the same? Quite possible. We've seen couples work separately, but I know Trips is a very big advocate of kind of keeping everybody kumbaya and happy and cohesive. So yeah, a high possibility. A lot of speculation about Malachi coming to the WWE or returning to the WWE. Yeah, I mean, why not? If you can do it, you can do it. Great. And I think there's a lot more intrigue for me. Malachi Shinsuke works. Something I think I would really like to see for that US title. As we are getting the signs of the night. I guess someone comes in WWE. I guess someone has to leave. Yes and no to an extent. Yes and no. But at the same time, again, I think if you're this talent, as we got the Street Profits talking about what they did at Rumble, if you're, again, you can't have everybody. And if you're not being utilized, if somebody like Cedric has an opportunity to go elsewhere and make money, or, you know, we talk about Baron Corbin, Dijak, with the real, you know, anybody that gets released, it's for some of them, it's better than just sitting at home unpaid, sitting in catering, or sitting at home paid, but unused. So, yeah, for my money, it's a better opportunity. We'll see what's up.
Speaking of what's up, I guess, or I don't know, better opportunity. Have I been released and I didn't know it? I got released on my
release. Release. Jeez. We got you in the chat when we don't got you. You ain't going nowhere.
Well, that's how I got here. Full circle. Oh, I need the Street Profits right now. We're finally coming full circle of them heel turn, and it's going to be great.
I like it a lot. I like the attitude. I like the look. I like the vibe. It's kind of like we're going to do the Hurt Business without the other guys. We're just going to do the business part, or like that's kind of the vibe.
Are they just the Hurt, or are they the business? Which one are they? Or are they just a syndicate?
Right.
They're profits, no street, or are they just street, no profits?
There you go. As we got MCMG in the back with Byron. Do you see some, like, would Cedric be a candidate to join the Hurt Syndicate?
Oh, I said that when you were on your pause. I said that's Tony. That's why I popped when you said it, because I'm like,
yeah,
same wavelength of that's Tony. Yeah. Is just the second that clears, you're on my roster now.
Yeah. As we got Los Lobos.
How far is heaven? But yeah, you get Cedric, you get a Ricochet, Cedric, a Swerve, all of that. Now, AOP, Ella Ring, you might have actually another with MLW, TNA, I don't know, AW, no go. Yeah. Oh, Elektra.
Oh, Escobar here now. And Elektra Lopez.
Elektra Lopez or Lola Vice? Who you got? I know, Latin lovers, you're thrown off.
Light edge to Lola?
This man's gonna be like, I'm crying. Like
that's a hard one, man. Next week, be prepared. So MCMG having issues. There you go. Joe selling us on
that your powers pretend. Be prepared. Ominous yet not at the same time.
No.
Sonya Deville release. What the fuck?
Wow.
If that's legit, wow. That's the biggest one out of all of them.
Well, I think I would agree with that, yes.
PFC, yeah, you know me. Sorry.
I'm waiting for the people to come out. Like she is a prime candidate for the Bleeding Hearts. I can't believe they did this. She's good, but she hasn't been. They gave her a faction. It was boring.
She was more manager than wrestler.
Maybe.
So, are they announcing that for Elimination Chamber or SmackDown with Chelsea versus Naomi? So it is a triple threat. Jacob's winning that. Jacob, you said it. He fucking hip drops somebody through the fucking pod or whatever.
Yeah,
and then is just comatose as the 1, 2, 3 happens.
Right. WWE's funny, man. They love putting out their press releases on a Friday evening. Just like, yeah. By the time we get back on Monday,
they got the Super Bowl, they got SmackDown to talk about. Please.
Right.
Doing this during a show?
Yeah. Sonya Deville is all elite per Meltzer. She's already a part of the Death Riders.
Facts. Honestly, that's where she would fit in. You put her and Shafir as a women's tag team.
Oh, don't. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
It's got Tony written all over it.
Oh, yeah. That's why, I mean, I feel like the Cedric thing kind of writes itself where it just feels too easy. Feels like a layup. And Cedric, and I feel like Cedric ain't going to turn down the bank to do so, right?
But it's also, does Tony connect 2 and 2? Does he get 22 instead of 4?
Yeah. MVP going to be in his ear hard for 90 days. Pause. Just Cedric. Just
right in that ear. Just ramming it.
That whole cane in there. I got the magic stick. Yeah, exactly.
It once, I can book it twice. I got the magic stick.
And it feels like the Hurt Business are kind of calling their own shot. So if MVP went to Tony and said, listen, Cedric's our boy, he rounds out the crew, he's gonna do this, and this, I'd be shocked if Tony didn't bite.
Oh yeah.
Now,
oh yeah. Well, I got Mania coming out with Jey Uso, but the Sonya thing, if it's legit, again, we're live. I have not looked at anything. I don't know if you have on the side.
I've seen everything except Sonya.
If so, yeah, likewise on the pause. But if Sonya actually got released, that to me is the biggest one out of this group here, because she's straight PFC. Even if she wasn't going to be that much of a wrestler, she was still working as a manager, former GM, all of that. She's like, she was in it.
Yeah. I see Cage Side Seats shout out saying Sonya Deville was released, but it's sources claim. So,
all right, do we have anything besides also?
Yeah, no, that with Sonya right now, it's early. The other 3, I'm pretty confident that enough people are saying it that it's a thing.
Oh yeah, I saw the other 3 were official, like a referee whistle. The Sonya one, we're both here. Like, yeah, I don't.
And listen, I mean, we don't want to see anyone fail. We don't want to see anybody lose their job. We don't want to see anybody go through hard times, be down and out. I've been there. I'm sure everyone else out there has had their moments when shit changes. Again, you can't have it both ways. I know there's going to be a large group of people on Twitter bitching about, there's the corporate, but you release the people, you let them go make a livelihood elsewhere. If you don't have a use for them, it's better than just holding them. And we've talked a lot about that lately. It sucks, but you can't have everybody. It's not Noah's Ark.
Or Guantanamo Bay. But yeah. That's the thing is, again, we're not out here like some podcasters that have been out here for a minute with CGI cars and have mom's basement and everything behind them that wish for other companies to die and everything.
Right.
No, 100%. The wrestling ecosystem right now is at its peak, on par, I would say, with the Attitude Era.
It's
So I don't. it's going to be what it is. And I still don't mind, like, somebody like a Dijak can go out there and still draw attention, draw eyes, draw, this, that, and the third. Mustafa Ali got released from WWE, now just signed with TNA, out there killing the game. So there is an open market. Getting Mance Warner popping up in TNA straight out of GCW. So there is now wrestling is at a state that if you get released from WWE, it's not a death nail.
No, not at all. And I mean, again, you said a Mustafa. We've seen Matt Cardona, Nick Nemeth, Stephanie. A lot of people have gone on to do stuff and be okay. Some of them have made their way back. Drew McIntyre talks about it all the time. Cody, obviously, being kind of a bit of the exceptional story for it. But there are people out there that go out, do their thing, and find their way back to the company, and it becomes a good thing. So, yeah, I mean, again, unfortunate, but Sonya, a little surprising, but I don't know where they go with PFC.
That's done. That's done then.
Yeah, like, I mean, it wasn't working anyway.
And they took 3 Rumble spots. They
really did. I was disappointed with that decision.
But yeah, that's the thing.
I didn't love it. I'll put it that way.
Oh, absolutely. No, I agree with you on that. I was more of with people getting released. You never want to see someone put out of work. But pro wrestling at this point in time, it feels like there's more work than ever.
Yeah.
So it's not a hard thing. You falling into shallow water there. You're going to get wet either way. Pause. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, now I'm seeing several places reporting about Sonya. So still kind of coming from Sean Ross. But yeah, we'll see.
Snort the nose sap. Yeah. What did I say? But yeah, no, I'm in commercial break. We'll be right back. I don't know where you're at, sir.
We got 18, 15. It's literally Jey Uso just running from corner to corner, like just partying with the entire building for 3 straight minutes. He has been amping the crowd up. His song has played nonstop as we come back out of commercial break.
Is Jey Uso the Pat McAfee if he was a wrestler?
I mean,
just everybody hype all the time.
Like, he's just literally going from corner to corner to corner. We come back.
I got eats now. I got eats again. We got a straight eat off.
Yeah. No, Jose, and that is a good part of this. Is I know people think it's like this personal thing. You're given a budget, and you have to stay within your budget. You got to make it work when you're in a big company. I know some people think it's just frivolous and like it's high school where you just like arbitrarily pick a person to be mean to. No, you look at your roster and you think of all the women we've talked about. Roxanne's coming up. You're bringing back in people. You just re-upped on Becky. Yeah, I mean, to stay in budget, you might have to let go some people that aren't really contributing. I thought maybe Cedric could do something in NXT. What he did do, I mean, again, Cedric's a good wrestler, not the most exciting dude to talk to. That's it.
There is still, to me, like I said, the best aspect of this. Before, when you got released from WWE, especially post WCW, that was it. You're done. You good luck. Go at a bingo hall, a high school gymnasium. Now you've got AW, TNA, MLW, House of Glory, Wrestling Revolver that are all lining up with talent like that.
Right.
And again, you mentioned Drew's. Drew's a perfect example. Sometimes almost gets used too much of an example of, well, just go Drew McIntyre it and everything, of just go do a run on the indies, get yourself over like Rover to come back, or go be like Cody, go build a whole other company to where they have to beg you to come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out Cody. I believe he's got like, is that a Connor's Cure kind of attire that he's got on tonight?
Right. Jey Uso is Mojo Rawley on steroids. It's insane. And then, like, you see Cody come out and the fans love him. They're cheered. They pop. They like the pyro. They do the whoa, whoa, whoa. but it's not as big as Jey.
It's not Jey.
It ain't Jey. That's why I said
Jey.
Jey Uso is. People are mad about Rumble. Jey Uso's winning at Mania, folks.
Get used to it. And now, is he main event Jey Uso? Is he curtain jerk Jey Uso?
No, this is the coming of moment. This is where he finally wins the big one.
But do they do it as the main event, or they do it as an opening match?
No, it won't be an opening match. He earned it. Like the other world title match could be like whatever one's not. They might slide that elsewhere, but they'll give him night one if they don't feel like it's the biggest of the two matches.
But the other one's going to be Cody Cena.
Yeah, so night two.
Punk, Seth, Roman. Where do you slide that then?
That's interesting. Night two as well. So that's a night two match for sure.
So no favor, no main event, no none of that.
Yeah, I don't think why. I don't know if his like my favor is please get me a main. It's kind of lame. It's kind of
well, he was teasing towards it pretty heavily.
It's kind of lame. It's kind of lame.
I thought that was what we all kind of expected. What the favor was.
No, I don't. Anyway,
What did you think the favor is?
I don't know what the favor is. I'm still at a loss. I don't know.
Hell with your theory, but I don't have a theory.
I just think it's lame. Like, Paul, can you get me a main event spot? You owe me. Like,
yeah, but if you think it's lame, then I would hope you'd have a second suggestion.
But that is, I mean, not having a better answer doesn't mean that's not lame.
It doesn't mean it's not great either.
I think if anything, the favor would be to get him into the match. Or, I mean, if you want to make it something epic, it's you're coming with me. You're gonna be my advocate for either a small time or forever. I don't know, but I don't know. It's really, but just this idea that it's like, Paul, I really want a main event match. Like
he hinted at the main event after Survivor Series.
Yeah, but he never hinted that was what he was going to beg Paul for.
He sat there and said, I got a favor in my pocket, and he's pointing at the area where the sign would be. Like they gave all the intents and purposes.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that. I don't.
That's fine, but I'm just telling you what happened.
I guess.
I'm recapping events.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think my recollection is slightly different, but at the end of the day, it could be. I think that you're kind of stuck in this,
it's the only thing Punk has left that he hasn't done.
So why use Paul and a favor?
Because he's attached to Roman, who's a guaranteed main event.
That sounds even more pathetic.
You're arguing against the same case that you said was Charlotte and everything that you were so going against me about.
But
she's the guaranteed main event. Roman's the guaranteed main event.
Why is Roman a guaranteed main event?
Because he's Roman goddamn Reigns.
But he ain't even here, bro.
That don't matter. Charlotte wasn't here and she's still a goddamn main event.
He won the Royal Rumble. That's why she's a guarantee. Oh, yeah, that thing happened. That thing happened. Yeah, no. The difference is Charlotte's not going to Paul Heyman or going to her dad. Hey, Rick, can you go talk to my boss and get me a main event spot? She won the fucking Rumble. Punk asking Heyman to get him a main event spot seems so cheesy.
Do you have a different suggestion?
I gave you a couple of suggestions as far as...
No, you didn't. You actually gave me 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, do we got to run back the tape and show Nick where he missed it?
No, you literally sat there and said, just because I don't have a counter doesn't mean that I don't.
You can rewind where I suggested what they could do. But, I mean, they have something there. And like I said, maybe it is legitimately his service. Maybe it's simply a match with Roman. But this idea that I'm going to get Paul to help me with the main event, I struggle with that.
Fair enough. But I disagree. I think that's what it is.
It could be. It could be. It just, if it is, I think it's a very lame approach of, I had to borrow a favor to get a main event at WrestleMania. What a bitch move. You couldn't earn it? You had to ask somebody for help?
I think he tried to earn it. I think he's actually going to try and earn it again at Elimination Chamber. I think it's still, I have an ace in the pocket.
So he fails twice and then grovels to Paul. Can you get me in anyway?
I got an ace in the pocket. I don't know.
That's a shit look, bro. That's a shit look, bro.
I'm telling you, it might be a thing.
But Jacob all over Cody right now, by the way, folks.
I am all over commercials.
69% Cody and Jey. Bloodline getting 19. Nobody getting 12 on this one. So heavy favorites, Cody and Jey, makes sense. We are a minute away from the return from commercial. Jacob and Tama just working over Cody in the commercial break.
Are we anticipating with bated breath the return of Tongaloa?
Right? It's a bitch move. You failed. You're out. And
I just presented the idea.
I mean, if you want to turn Punk heel and make him a bitch, well, I'm good. That might work. I don't know. It could happen. Shayna released. Yes, Shayna's gone. Not Shayna.
What?
No, not Shayna. Sonya.
I was like, hold on.
Stop throwing extra names in there, guys.
Right?
Yeah. Davenport. Oh, she's strong. Yeah, okay.
Huh? No, I don't recognize it. No, I'm just surprised if she was released because they haven't even given her a chance to do anything yet.
And she hasn't had much of a go at all.
Yeah, the last she was there, she was background talking to somebody.
Yeah. No, I heard rumors that we might try to work her into a faction. I don't see anything being reported.
Oh, you know where she's going.
Yeah, I would imagine.
X, Osprey, Jamie Hayter, Paige.
Right.
TK loves that UK scene. Yeah.
Put it on a shirt. I like it.
Which, by the way, why do they not sell on the merch store or anything?
Oh.
You can buy a Ref Aubrey shirt that looks like Uncle Sam, but you can't buy Mercedes Monet Muppet puppet.
I'd be selling those fucking puppets.
Yeah, it's almost like they could have done that with masks too. With
there's a lot of opportunity. Yeah. Again, you got to be in like the cool club.
No, you just got to have a fucking brainstem. But yeah.
But we are back. Oh, Tama banging into Jacob. TNA should grab Cedric for the X division. They might try. I mean, again, I just have a feeling that Tony's going to offer more money than TNA.
You're going to be outbid. Look at the TNA is the Oakland A's and AW is the New York Yankees, the New York Mets.
If Kiana James gets released, I'm going to be upset. Me too. And she's going to be upset. She's still making a payment on her testicles.
She got a down payment now.
She's going to have to give them back.
Now, was it a down payment or is it an up payment? Because them fins is uplifting.
Right. Jey into the corner. Tama down.
We need to Tama down right now. Everyone Tama down right now. What in the Smeagol Gollum? Oh, a tater's precious.
Between you and Larry is you and Larry's business.
No, I'm surprised because Larry never pops up anymore. I've never feared Larry is here. Now he's just asking me what I got in my pocket scissors. Filthy hobbit scissors.
Fatu carrying SmackDown. Fatu been kind of the MVP in a lot of ways.
Oh, he was the MVP of the Rumble.
Yeah. I mean, he had a really good Rumble.
Well, you sold me on him even being in the Rumble, and 100% he was out there, has heavyweight spots, and then can still just get. They've got an all team against him to get him out.
Right. Thumbs down. She had a feud one time with Naomi Davenport. She had that little stint where she like jumped Naomi for no reason and then had a match, but then didn't win. Yeah, it didn't go well.
Right. Larry, I've been here since 8, Nick. Well, you didn't make your presence announced.
Fucking hell.
Shut the hell up, Larry. Never fear,
Now you know
Larry.
what I go through, Larry. I've been here since 8, Nick.
Shut up, you.
Oh, Tama up over Jacob. Nice. Yeah. The best shit. I'm so easily amused.
What is Tony Khan when he thinks he books a cool storyline? Yeah. Tony Khan, fresh off that white powder. Yeah.
Right.
Oh. Now, KJ, can you tell the difference between Tama and Jey?
Yes. And I haven't called Jey
I mean, like the optometrist. Which one's more Samoan? This one or that one? Right. Which one's more oos?
I just got the minute the J comes out of my mouth, it goes Jim. I don't know. Every time I'm like Jim. I know who it is. I just can't call it.
I don't say who it is.
I'm disappointed with all these releases. Again, releases are a bummy thing, but it's not. Whose spot are they going to take? It becomes the problem. So it is what it is, Damien. Sucks, but it's not like they released a key member of their roster.
Yeah. All due respects of Braun Breaker was not released today. A Tiffany Stratton was just out there after her promo segment with Charlotte. They're like, nope, you can't do it. Bye-bye.
Right. Cody Cutter.
Well, and you've got Jacob Fatu in the ring toe-to-toe with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, one count. One
subtle tease towards something down the road.
I love it. Was Blair any good? Blair's a really good wrestler. She's not a great promo.
Blair's 100% I will agree with that. And she was not given any bit of time. Like, if you want to actually watch anything from Blair Davenport, B. Priestley, what have you within WWE, you've got to watch NXT UK. Beyond that, she was nothing but an afterthought. Yeah, again, and used very much to like as an older kind of vet. Used like they put her with Nikita Lyons, they put her with Tatum at one point. Like they were kind of using her to help mentor a couple of the girls. She just never found a way to get to the forefront. I'm really nervous about Isla and Don't shut up. I know where you're going. Shut up.
No.
Don't you say her name. Well, actually, you said the wrong name first.
I know. I said the one. Yeah.
I'll take an Alba, not an Isla. I'm
right.
What's his name from Jurassic Park?
Take a chance on me.
I'm going to actually have to mute for a second.
TNA, Blair could have easily. Now she does have some friends and such, but I'm sure it's more than we know of. But TNA would be a good place. TNA looking for a chance to bolster their knockouts division. Wow, Jacob over the table.
Oh, crossroads at the crossroads.
Oh, balloon.
Three, as Cody gets the win as they get just under the mark. Right. By the way, I'm now going to have to listen to that song the second we get off of stream, so you can deal with that. But yeah, I saw somebody online.
Sorry, no, you got to stick my head.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I think it was either Public Enemies podcast or Mark with Mikes or something like that. But I saw somebody that was saying why is Seth Rollins just out here like he's about to meet somebody at the crossroads on Monday night?
Oh, wait a minute, Solo!
And that's how you end it.
Let's go.
Making me literally eat my own words from earlier tonight, but Solo Sikoa, I thought I knew you.
Solo is back. And on the
he's
attack,
wearing the most different color of it. He's just all brown.
Let's go. Down, and that's how we go off the air, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, and he goes after Cody.
He got beef. That's it. That's SmackDown, folks. That's the show. Get in the chat. Give us a rating out of 10. What did you like? What didn't you like? What was good, bad, in between? Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Not a bad SmackDown. Better than last week for my money. And a nice little surprise.
Was that the best 3-hour SmackDown outside of the first one? I always just give a pass on the first one. Same thing with Raw on Netflix.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I high marks for me, but sorry I interrupted.
Not at all. Yeah, no, it was a good one. It was definitely better than last week, probably better than the week before. So yeah, I completely agree with you there. Solid show, entertaining, lots happened, didn't feel as slow. So it was good. Adjusting to like some of these promos just feel like they go forever. 7.75. We got
we had the whole trios match that was promo into a promo into a promo. Yeah. Into a commercial break before the match.
Right. Larry, never fear, Larry's here. 7.75. McDonald's has released the McRib per Burger King. Ridiculous. Solo killed Cody, you bastard. Let's go. 8 from Christopher, 8 from D Skills, 8 from Damien, 7 from Bash. Cody will never escape the bloodline, just like CM Punk will never escape the Shield. Dun dun dun.
Oh, actually, well, I would say Roman and Seth will never escape the Shield more than CM Punk. CM Punk fucking did a whole run in another company away from the Shield. So
now but it was Moxley. He bumped into Moxley.
God damn it. God damn it. Right. How did you backslide into that? God damn it.
You get rid of these motherfuckers everywhere I go.
Yeah, every time I move, they keep popping up.
Right.
But I see a wee bit, and I am with a little bit of that of I like to see more Cody outside the bloodline storyline, like him versus Cody or him versus KO was the best thing that Cody's done. Sans bloodline, but everything else he's done has been mostly bloodline.
Well, and again, I wasn't really sure what was going to happen with Solo. We talked about it earlier tonight. How were they going to slot Solo back in? I was a little surprised to know that it was going directly after Cody. So yeah, I gotta wait till next week and find out what his motive is, or how is just to circle back to the history they have, or what's at play here. So
and even to how Jacob and Co take back Solo and everything after he walked off and then just slides in with the gray sweats or the brown sweats. Pause and lays out Cody Rhodes. Like you and I had it out over that of what they do with Solo, and now it's going to be really interesting of how do you bring him back into the fold.
Yeah, and again, not messing around. They popped up tonight. Nobody was talking about it. Nobody was expecting it. Cody pins Tama, and poof, the next thing you know, Solo's landing a spike. So
yeah, but he's also he's the fallen chief too as well.
Right. So again, yeah, and gonna be, we saw him. He was scarred. He was wounded. He was the arrogant warrior that got put in his place, and now he's got to lick his wounds. He can come back pretty dangerous. So it'll be really, really interesting to see where they take this.
You're telling me Roman Reigns is Mufasa right now? Is that what you're trying to tell me right now?
Maybe a little.
Long live the king.
Right. 7 out of 10 from OG Dale. 10 out of 10 for Charlotte. There you go. She did better tonight, digging right into who she's supposed to be. You don't need to be nice, Charlotte. Just be a bitch. Good night, Wrestling for Life gang. Brandon, good night. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. 8. A lot of consensus. I'm going to go 7.5 tonight.
Oh,
solid 8. I'm there. I mean, 8. I'm fine with 8.
So are you going 8 or are you going 7.75?
7.5.
7.5. Okay, so you're going even lower.
I've never given out a quarter point.
A quarter point. I have never given out. I have never besmirched the KJ White rankings with a quarter point.
Right. Reginald, I disagree.
Reggie comes flipping in and everything. No, I'm giving this an 8. I sat there and said, even though I wasn't, I guess, the biggest fan of Charlotte in the moment, I was sticking up for Tiffany, god damn it. But I said it, I agree with it. It was far and away, I feel, the best SmackDown since they've gone to 3 hours outside of the premiere at 3 hours. You loaded it with Roman and everything. You made it a moment. Yeah. So this easy 8 at least for me.
Okay. And I appreciate that. I think I'm just hesitant because I think an 8 would be fine. I'm a little picky. Maybe being a little reserved with the overall rating, but I mean, again, it's right there. They had a really solid show tonight. I agree with you. The second best show they've done in the 3 hour slot. This 3 hours didn't feel nearly as gnarly as last 3 hours of last Friday. So yeah, solid, nice twist, turn, surprises. Charlotte's in the mix. Alexa's back with a big win. I thought that match was a little bit okay. And I know fans are going to be on it, but it's all right. But ultimately, yeah, a really good night. Lots of fun with this one.
Best match of the night. Triple threat?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
the night, Drew McIntyre.
Tag match was really solid. The ending was a little, funky, but the tag match was really, really good for my money. But yeah, the triple threat probably leads the way. Main event was fun too. Solid main event.
Surprise. Well, shout out Jose with the $2 super chat. Good times, cheers, and good night.
Oh, yes, good night.
Surprise, no Wyatt with Alexa?
Not yet. Early, right? And again, I think let her focus on the Elimination Chamber, get her in the groove. You don't have to do it the first night. So I don't know that they're going that way. I assume they would at some point, but I think right now the goal is get her in the chamber. She's in the chamber. We'll see where it goes.
Fair. It makes the most sense to at least touch on it. Like, it's undeniable a little bit with her still coming out with Lily and her still friend forever, fiend forever on the jacket. Like, she's playing into it as almost as much as they are. Mm-hmm. So I would have just liked to seen it tonight because the Wyatt Six has lost a lot of momentum, and this is the fucking lighthouse in the middle of the ocean calling you towards shore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Big Dog saying too soon. I'm kind of with Big Dog a little bit on that one of just we got her back before we get into, and again, the Wyatts are so irrelevant. I think even if it was like something, you're like, I agree with you. We got to wake the Wyatts up. I hope they have.
Could you just do like, you don't even got to do a big thing, just do like a, and like it looks like it's tracking for half a second or something.
Not unless
people thought the Netflix fuck up was the Wyatts, even though they're on SmackDown.
Yes, they did. Yeah, I think you got time. I mean, like I said, get the priorities, get Alexa into the chamber and go from there. What if she wins the chamber? That's going to change everybody's mind.
They show up at the chamber.
It's a possibility. Again, at any point we see her, people are going to be looking over her shoulder.
Yeah.
All right. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the show tonight. I will remind everyone we are back for the Super Bowl on Sunday. We will not be here tomorrow night, but we will be here on Sunday, 6:30 p.m. We go live for the Super Bowl. We'll be here all night long cheering for both teams and maybe the third team if you think about it. But we will be here for that one. Bring your snacks, bring your feel good, and of course, back for all your favorite wrestling next week. So much going on here at the channel. Working on so much more. Follow all our socials, and thank you for being a part of a Feel Good Friday, folks.
Absolutely amazing week in wrestling, especially coming after the Royal Rumble. We've got the Super Bowl fresh on tap. Be good, do good. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you talk about it, wrestling, you put that for life with it.
Thank you for being here. See you on the flip side. Good night.